weeks ago, the beginning of the season, all the excitement that comes with that. You get all those non-conference games out of the way. You have a bye week last week, and tonight, the first game of the conference season, is when these games really start mattering. The road to playoff seeding, and you start looking at where are you going to finish in the conference, and none of that matters if you don't get a good start on that first conference game, and that's tonight.
That's right, Chris. I mean, this is really whenever everything starts to count towards the big success towards the end of the season, which is obviously getting to War Memorial in December. But you want to start winning now. You've done all your learning with your preseason games, your first 3 games, and we've had an open week. Arkadelphia's had an open week as well as some other teams in the 7-4A. But these boys should be healthy. This is where it starts to count, and every single little win now goes towards playoff seeding, and then the state championship game in December in Little Rock.
Stick with us on the post-game show. We'll have an abbreviated interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. We'll take a look around the 4A7 to see who else is playing tonight. We'll take a look at some other games from around the state, and Cooper and I will talk about tonight's matchup between the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Nashville Scrappers. You're tuned in to the Southern Bancorp pregame show, and we will be back to Nashville with an interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker after this timeout.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers!
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. This interview brought to you by Wingfield Properties. Coach, conference play coming off of a bye week. It's 0-0 is the record for everybody, and that march to the postseason kind of starts right here, right now, tonight.
Yeah, we're excited about it. When getting to start off with Nashville, it's kind of of thing around here. We always start off our conference with Nashville. It's always a big matchup going into the conference season, and a lot of times it determines a lot later in the year. And so it's important for us to have to, come out tonight and start off big.
Off week can be good, it can be bad. Thankfully, this year, thankfully, we only have one off week instead of the multiple off weeks. What are some focuses that the coaching staff looks for during that off week and in preparation for that first conference game?
Yeah, usually it's about us, and that's what it was about this time also, about, getting healthy if we need to get healthy. We had some guys that were pretty sore over the last game with Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton's a physical team, and, we didn't play as well as we had hoped going into that game, and so we were able to clean up some tackling stuff that we needed to do better at in that game, and hopefully we feel better about that going forward. But we're just really compete against each other and focus on us and get back to just kind of playing our style of football, just get ready for conference, and that's really what it was about. And feel good about what we've had. We had a really good off week. Had a really good week of practice this week going into it. Our guys are locked in and focused.
Let's talk about the Scrappers. Nashville, new head coach Sean Jackson. So it's kind of be the theme this year, playing against these conference teams. Lots of new head coaches in the conference, and so some of the old schemes that you may have faced could be different, and that's going to start tonight. What do you expect to see Nashville, I guess, first offensively, then we can go defensively?
Yeah, they're going to run the spread. They've got a new coaching change over there. They've got a new head coach, Coach Sean Jackson. What we've got on film on them over the past 3 games, everybody trades their first 3 games, their 3 non-conference games. We've got a really good scheme prepared for what they've shown. But on top of that, though, is, he's had 2 weeks to prepare and add in some new things or put in a whole new package, So we're keeping an open mind on what we're going to see tonight, and we've done that we've let our kids know that also. We've prepared a certain way and get ready for that. If you see something different, just do what you're coached to do and play football, and we'll get you coached up and make adjustments on the sideline. But, they're going to be multiple defensively. They're going to be in and out of a 3-down front. They'll get to a 4-3 look. They're going to play cover 3 behind everything. And so we have a good idea about what covers they're going to run. It's just we've got to do a good job of identifying the box.
Playing on the road, we thought earlier this week that weather could have been a factor as we sit here this evening. There are a few clouds in the sky. You've never been more thankful to play in Southwest Arkansas as we are tonight. I know the rest of the state is getting some rain, but weather doesn't seem to be a factor. You do play on the road. Your team has done that only the second trip, but it's a business trip, and in seeing these guys on the field before the game, they look like they're locked in and know what's at stake tonight.
They are. They've had a really good day in preparation. They've had a really, really good week. Our guys are ready to play tonight, and you can see it in their eyes, and we hope that can translate to the game. Once everybody can feel like that, and then that first kickoff happens, then you really feel, you really see who they are. But I feel good about our guys and where they're at. I have no doubt that we're going to go out and play our hearts out tonight.
All right. Our head coach Trey Shucker, thanks for taking your time to join us on the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. This interview brought to you by Wingfield Properties. We'll be back with more of the pregame show after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!" Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Signs did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you. Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, loans, certificates, and financial counseling. Patterson is also a strong supporter of the Arkadelphia School District. We provide food for students in need, have donated funds for additional security measures, and can always be counted on when a need arises for students and staff. Serving Clark County for over 67 years, we pride ourselves on providing the highest quality service to our members and our community. Join us soon. You belong here.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations, located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store, located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers!"
At Ludwig's Bakery, it's a family affair. It always has been, dating back to 1920 in the original Ludwig's Bakery in South Dakota. Well, we're here in Arkadelphia now in our new location downtown right off of Caddo Street. Come visit us and enjoy our authentic, freshly baked German fare. For us, it's nostalgic and a source of pride, and we want to share it with you.
Kommen Sie uns morgen früh besuchen.
That's come visit us tomorrow morning, and we can get your weekend off to a great start. Ludwig's Bakery.
That was the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band with the Arkadelphia High School alma mater. This is the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb, Cooper Dar here with you as we get you ready for the 4A7 opener between the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Nashville Scrappers. Not the only game, obviously, if it's the conference opener, not the only game going around. Take a look around the conference. Arkadelphia at Nashville. Genoa Central, first year in the 4A7 after coming back to 11-man football from 8-man, is at Malvern. Fountain Lake is at Bauxite, and Harmony Grove Haskell is at Ashdown. For those of you who have been around this conference for a while, you see some new names and some returning names. Genoa Central, new to the conference after being put in Class 4A for football. Harmony Grove, Haskell, and Fountain Lake are returning, and Bauxite are returning to the conference after being in the 4A4. And for the last 2 cycles, Ashdown, Malvern, Arkadelphia, and Nashville, the 4 returners from this conference. It is going to be interesting to see all season. Talked about this with Coach Shucker in the pregame show. There are 2 teams in this 8-team conference that have the same coach that the teams had last year. Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker in his 5th season, and Coach Caleb Perry at Bauxite returning. All of the other coaches are new to the schools where they coach right now. The only wrinkle in that is Coach Matt Richardson at Fountain Lake, who moved to Fountain Lake from Ashdown. He's not new to the conference, but he is new to the Fountain Lake Cobras. Arkadelphia, Nashville. Cooper, when you hear 4A football, this is, Coach Shucker said, this has been the first conference game for these 2 teams for quite a while. You hear Arkadelphia, you hear Nashville when you think of state title contenders over the last 10 to 15 years. And Nashville a little bit longer than that. Arkadelphia obviously had its heyday in the 80s as well with Coach Outlaw. Made the championship game and won in 17 and 18. This is a series that has been close. I was telling you earlier about the 2012 game. It was Arkadelphia's first year back in the 4A7 conference. Came down to Nashville, down 42-21 at halftime, scored 35 unanswered points to defeat the Scrappers 56-42. Kind of the coming out party for that group. Jakari Howell was quarterback. Chris Oliver. I think James Craig had a huge fumble return for a pickup of a return for a touchdown. There have been some close games. There have also not been some close games. The last 3 years, Arkadelphia has won by the mercy rule. Don't necessarily know if we expect that tonight. Coach Sean Jackson's first year, but anytime you have 2 teams like this that have the tradition and the moxie, anything can happen, and that's what we're about 9 minutes away from seeing.
That's right. Football runs deep within both of these programs. They're both, as you said earlier, historically known for winning a lot of football games. Every single season, they're used to winning conference. They're used to winning state championships, and they've made plenty of appearances. A lot of numbers combined right there as we look at both of these schools combined. But, I mean, going back from 2019 to 2020, I mean, we see Nashville winning conference in the 4A7, and then we see Arkadelphia before that and after that winning all the conference championships.
Right,
and
since 3 in a row.
That's right. And the past 3 years, like you said, it's been the mercy rule, good sportsmanship rule. But I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes tonight. New coach for the Scrappers tonight.
Right.
He's starting at 0-0, just like Arkadelphia Badgers are for conference, starting at 0-0. This really is a brand new season. Other than your pregame games that you just had a couple weeks ago.
You take a look at the personnel for Nashville. They're going to start with the quarterback, Carson Chambers. Chambers has been a pitcher on the Nashville baseball team for 2 years. He is a junior this year, started on the mound at 9th grade and 10th grade. He was injured, came back, and has been the quarterback for this team. Also, one of the key things that you're going to see, there's a defensive lineman for Nashville that was one of the best players in the classification last year. It starts on the up front on the defense with the defensive lineman, but also they are going to move that defensive lineman to linebacker some as well. And so that'll be a key thing to see. Jacob Teague, that's not his name, just lost his name. But Nashville is going to go somewhat in a 4-3. Sometimes you're going to see a 3-4. It'll be interesting to see how Arkadelphia goes up against that offensively, Cooper, because if you're against a 3-4, tell us the differences for offensive linemen playing against a 3-4 compared to a 4-3.
I mean, it's really everything. That's what you're going to look at before the snap, while you're doing the play, and if you're doing a pass for the offensive side, I mean, that's obviously less people you have to protect with the O-line, but obviously comes with the more awareness of blitzers can come and anything like that. And if we're looking at the run game, we're looking with the 3 down. I mean, you're getting more double teams. You're getting more guys to be able to block less guys, but you still got to get up to your second level. But for the run game for Arkadelphia, which we've seen even like these past couple games, past couple weeks, it's very strong for Arkadelphia. So if Nashville continues to go down with the 3-4, then I can see Arkadelphia having a lot of success in the run game tonight.
This is an offensive line for Arkadelphia that has been very strong. We showed, if you watch the Inside Badger Football, the first episode that kind of went over the Hot Springs game, but also touched on the Camden Fairview game. One of the things, Cooper, that you did in that was having a series in the first quarter from Arkadelphia's opener at Camden Fairview that really showed the dominance of that offensive line. It was an offensive line that is experienced, wasn't quite sure what they were going to do. They've come out and they have been effective against much larger defensive lines. You and I were down watching this at field, watching them warm up. This is not as big a defensive line for Nashville that Arkadelphia has seen in the previous 3 games.
That's right. Literally the past 3 games, we've seen some of the biggest dudes we've ever seen in high school football. It was a couple weeks ago against a 6A opponent where that guy was 6'5" and 300 pounds. So they've seen some big guys. Obviously, we saw on the field earlier, Nashville doesn't have that size, but they do have the fight.
Right.
Nashville's known for playing some good football, some good just grinding out football.
They aren't the scrappers for no reason.
That's right. They're named the scrappers for a reason.
That's right.
So, and we mentioned the offensive line, and I'll mention some of the starters for the offensive line for the Badgers. We have Derek Turner, Carson Carrozza, Trace Young, Grant Rollins, and Braxton Fairchild. And obviously we see Carson Carrozza being a captain out here for tonight, and that just shows that he can get the job done on the field, but also the Badgers see that Carson is a leader on and off the field.
The Badgers are ready to come on the field. You see to the left of your screen, the captains will make their way onto the field, and when we come back, we will tell you about tonight's coin toss and how the game will go. This has been the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. When we come back, Cooper Dar and Jeff Root will bring you the action from Nashville. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of their Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal. The Law Offices of Gina White is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers. Need help in divorce and custody litigation, insurance defense, contract disputes, product liability, or other general litigation needs? Contact the Law Offices of Gina White at 870-246-6796 to see how they can help you. Located at 406 Clay Street in Arkadelphia, the Law Offices of Gina White says, "Go Badgers."
With over 25 years of experience in the financial services industry, Bell Wealth Services believes in a face-to-face business model. Blake is a third-generation AHS grad and a lifelong Badger supporter. Value can mean different things for different situations. Bell Wealth Services aims to add value in any financial situation. Contact Bell Wealth Services at 870-464-1167 or at 408 Court Street. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, FINRA SIPC.
Welcome back to Scrapper Stadium as we see Nashville is running onto the field. Right now the lights are dancing, kind of just like Arkadelphia has back home. But welcome back to another great night of football. 4A 7 conference football starting tonight. It's back to 0-0. We are back. The first 3 games, yes, they're on the record, but this is a new play of game. We got conference play. Everything starts really right now. What we have learned the past 3 weeks really all comes into this moment and the moments coming forward as we see Arkadelphia now coming onto the field.
I'm with you, Cooper Dar. This is Jeff Root along with me. Cooper, of course, Chris Babb here, and the pregame show is going to be back for halftime, running the show here next to us, and Jim Rothwell in the next booth is keeping stats. He'll be with us at halftime also. You know, you're right. 4 weeks into the season, But this is like the season really beginning now. It's conference, it's Arkadelphia, it's Nashville, it's on the road. It's a huge visiting crowd here right in front of us. You're going to hear that Arkadelphia crowd tonight. You're going to hear the Arkadelphia band tonight. This is what it's all about.
That's right. Conference football starts now. This is the real football. This is Arkadelphia and Nashville. Like, whenever you think of Arkansas football, honestly, I think of Nashville being a team, Arkadelphia being a team in my head. I played against both of them. Both very, very athletic, smart, and just tough football teams to play against in this conference.
Arkadelphia in all white tonight with the blue numerals. Of course, it is an orange and black team across the field. The Scrappers, a very strong program, as you said in pregame and as Chris said in pregame. Arkadelphia, the very same thing. It means a lot when these two schools get together. Sometimes it means a championship. It's the first game of the conference season, so we can't talk about that yet, but we can certainly say that these are two favored teams, and somebody's going to come out with a leg up after tonight.
That's right, especially, just like you said, someone's going to come out with a leg up after this game. We're looking at the 4A7 right now. There's a lot of good teams in this conference, looking at Bauxite, looking at Malvern, Nashville. All these teams are playoff potential teams, especially in the 4A, the biggest conference in Arkansas.
Right, Malvern, a recent champion of the 4A, right. And then you've got Bauxite, a team that is on the rise in this conference, but a very different conference that it's been in recent years. And yet two very, very strong perennial opponents in Nashville and Arkadelphia. All right, so we need to tell you that we've got a nice perch here on the visitor side, so we're not as high as the home side. We think you're going to get a nice view of the game tonight. Up above us is Coleman Callan on camera, and we'll tell you in a moment about one little hitch that we've got that we can't control, a line drive kickoff returnable from the 5-yard line up to the 15-yard line, makes a nice cut. He's going to be hit right at the 20 and brought down. That little hitch is that from where we're sitting, we can't see the time. We can see the scoreboard, we can see the score, we can even see the down and distance to an extent, but we cannot see the clock. Now, we hope that we're going to be able to keep up with that because I happen to be working with a guy who's about 6'9", and he's taller than the rest of us, so he's going to be, maybe he's not at 6'9", but you're tall. You're tall, Cooper. We think if he's on his tippy toes, he can pretty well keep us up to date with what time it is. And we'll bring you the score as we work on our score bot also. Sometimes it's a little bit hard on an away game to get the kind of internet signal that you hope for, so we're still working on that part of it. But we're glad to be here and bring you this game. First play from scrimmage. Here's Nashville running to the right, and they've got a different quarterback in than we expected. That's DJ Jefferson on the carry.
That is DJ Jefferson. It looks like they're starting out in the Wildcat position, which is not very normal to start out in, especially at the beginning of a football game and conference play. To say
Game of only a couple up to the 22-yard line. It is 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8 from the 22. Nashville with the ball first. They won the toss and elected to receive. Two backs in the formation along with the quarterback. He wants to throw. This is the starter back in. Oh, that ball's intercepted. Arkadelphia with a nice interception to the 10-yard line. Big play for the Badgers led by Roberts.
Roberts once again on an interception. I mean, we've seen in these last couple games, he's a man. I mean, there's not much else to say about this guy, but he is a man on the football field, offensively and defensively, and special teams. So that is a huge way for the Badgers to start off this game.
He's a talented quarterback for Nashville, but I don't believe his receiver was quite looking for the ball quickly enough. It bounced off his hands, and Roberts was there for the interception, kind of a tip drill to himself. Great field position now. First down, ball at the 10-yard line for the Badgers. They need 10 yards to open the scoring tonight. Up the middle it goes. That's a nice run inside the 5-yard line for Kyle Reed.
It's good to see Bryson McCoy is back. We enjoyed having Maddox Finley, but now he's back at receiver. But McCoy is back now at quarterback for the Badgers.
On 2nd down, a running play gets not much this time, so 3rd down coming. And it is 3rd down and 10, so the ball must have been spotted just outside the 10-yard line. According to the chains, again, we can't see this on the scoreboard, but according to the chains, they can get a first down inside the 1. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line now. And on 3rd down, another running play. A good run inside the 5 near the end zone. He is in! Kyle Reed in! Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Once again, I think we're going to hear that name a lot tonight, Kyle Reed. Well, maybe not a touchdown.
Well, you know, the official, I think, said perhaps a knee was down inside the 1. It's 1st and goal from inside the 1. I really thought he was in. Running play, Reed, this time not touched. He's in. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
That is a touchdown. Kyle Reed, I mean, they kind of took it away for a second, but Kyle Reed will always find a way to get into the promised land for the Badgers.
Really important, Cooper, when you're on the road to get the first score. Arkadelphia got the turnover and then the 10-yard touchdown drive.
That's right. We usually see the Badgers start off with the ball, and even teams that have won the toss, they've usually deferred against the Badgers. So the Badgers found a way to get the score on first.
All right, so we'll keep it right here because a lot is happening already in this football game. We are just a couple of minutes into the game here in the first quarter, and because of the turnover and interception by Roberts, it is Arkadelphia 7-0 after the extra point. It was good, and so Arkadelphia has the lead at 7-0 here early in the contest. Reed got the touchdown. He had 3 runs in a row and got into the end zone from the 1-yard line after he got the first down at the 1. So it is technically, I guess we'll say, an 11-yard touchdown drive since they got the first down at the 1-yard line or just inside the 1. It took only 4 plays, and Arkadelphia has that early lead. Badgers going to kick off and send the defense back out there, and it's a very confident defense right now after getting the turnover. So we're set for the kickoff. Arkadelphia will send it deep. Now, Nashville has a lot of talent. There's no doubt about that, including in the return game. And deep to return this kick is Jamarian Conway, a senior. They've also got Cortez Cooper back there and Miles Hawthorne back there for Nashville. We'll see where Seth Molinari wants to put it. The excellent Arkadelphia kicker will kick it down into the corner from the 8-yard line. He'll run it up the middle, and he'll get some yardage past the 20-yard line, near the 30, past the 30-yard line. That's a good return, and the defense for Arkadelphia is back out on the field.
That was a big physical run right there, especially just having a lot of guys running towards you. I mean, that's a lot of confidence to be running into that many Badgers, and good gain right there for the Nashville Scrappers.
Nashville had a 2-yard run and then an interception on their first possession. Only 2 plays in that possession. So now trailing by 7, they'll set up at their own 32-yard line. The Scrappers come to the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs on each side. There's one on each side of the quarterback. They'll send a man in motion as well, and they will run the ball. Quarterback's going to keep it. He'll try to get some yardage up the middle. He's only got a yard or 2. Very little gain. They'll push him back into the backfield.
Looks like the guy that we thought was going to start is now back in the game, number 5, Carson Chambers. We'll be hearing a lot of his name tonight. Baseball player, just like Chris Babb said earlier. He's starting this season off. He had a baseball injury in the shoulder last year, so I'm interested to see if that has any effect to do with tonight's play.
Looked good in warm-up. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. He wants to throw the ball. He's looking deep down the field. He'll throw it, and he'll hit his receiver. That's a completion up to the 46-yard line. That was a good pass and catch. First down for Nashville.
That was intended for Morgan for the Scrappers, number 1.
Yeah, he's a tall receiver, isn't he?
He is a tall receiver. 6'3", 6'3" senior. So usually you can throw it up to those kinds of guys, and they'll go up and try and get that ball.
That was a nice pass. Not a lot of rush that time from Arkadelphia. They ran that play efficiently, got the big gain. From their own 46-yard line, the Scrappers line up for the next play, and it will be a run up the middle again, but not much there. Nice play defensively. Arkadelphia's got some very fine interior linemen. That was Jacoby Campbell on the tackle.
You know what I liked about that play is that Jacoby Campbell stopped whenever the whistle blew. He didn't take him down to the ground. He didn't have to show how strong he is, and really, really great physical but smart play by number 80, Jacoby Campbell.
They gave him some forward progress to the 49-yard line, so it's 2nd down and 7. They're going to reset the offense. Strength to the right side, but they're going to run it up the middle, and again, not much there. They'll make it to the 50, might give him the 49 of Arkadelphia, but a short gain, 3rd down coming up.
The tackle was made by Quintavian Morris, Jr., but also what I really liked right there, number 28, Skylar McClure. We've heard his name a lot this season already, defensive end, tight end, and he had a really good – there was a puller coming right towards him, just got the play back inside, and that was why they made that tackle really good.
Third down, 6 yards to go for Nashville. They'll look to the sideline to get the play. 3 receivers short side of the field. Bottom of your screen, 2 at the top. No running back in the formation. Chambers, the very good quarterback, set to throw the ball. He'll back up. He looks downfield. Under some pressure, he wants to run, and he will have yardage for a first down, but they're going to knock him down with a hard tackle at the 42-yard line. That is enough for a first down.
It looks like we'll have number 54, Gully, come out, and Campbell will come back into play. He just had a big play this last little time he was in, so let's see what Campbell does right here.
Nice tackle on the last play by Quintavian Morris. And here's a running play that tried to go wide, and there's just nowhere to go. No gain.
On that run was Jamarian Conway, starting receiver, running back, kind of plays it all for the Scrappers.
He lost a yard. Second down, 11 yards to go as Arkadelphia tightens up with the ball on the Arkadelphia side of the 50 for the first time for the Scrapper offense. Arkadelphia leads at 7-0 after an interception and then an 11-yard touchdown drive. Chambers at quarterback wants to throw. He'll fire across the middle. It is tipped high in the air and it's incomplete. Tipping it and almost catching the tip was that fine 6'3" receiver, Kaysen Morgan, but he couldn't quite pull it in. About 3 Badgers all around him.
It was almost intercepted by Malachi Hamilton. He was in the right place at the right time. Just that timing was just so close away from getting an interception.
Hamilton, not quite 6'3", but quite athletic, and was able to break up that play. It is third down, 11 yards to go. Look for another pass here from Chambers. Very good baseball player, a good quarterback. He's had some injury problems, but he looks strong tonight. Back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Way back at the 49-yard line of Nashville. They came after the quarterback, and they got there quickly.
That's right. Quintavian Morris on that sack alongside some other Badgers, but Quintavian's going to have a night tonight. We've already said his name a couple times for a couple other things, and it looks like Nashville is going to punt away this ball right here, all because of Quintavian Morris' sack. Huge play from Morris.
It's fourth down and 20 yards to go. Now, the kicking game, except for their field goal kicker, didn't look particularly strong. Arkadelphia looks like they'd like to go after this punt. They will not get there this time, though, and the kick will bounce on the turf and roll dead inside the 30, but at the 28-yard line. Considering where he kicked from, Arkadelphia has decent field position.
Always starting with the ball in front of the 25 is always, I think, great field position.
They'll mark it at the 28-yard line. So it's a 24-yard punt. First down and 10, Arkadelphia.
We're about to really see the game plan of what Arkadelphia has in store against the Scrappers tonight.
So the Badgers line up. Rolling out is the quarterback. He'll fire it to the flat. There's a completion. Nice run around one defender. He's going to be tackled, but a good gain across the 35-yard line. As you said earlier, very nice to have Bryson McCoy back, and he looked good on his first pass of the evening.
That's right. And Wagner catching that last pass, and looks like Badgers getting quick.
2nd and 2, pass, that's a completion. Looked like a face mask. I don't see a flag, but he did get a first down. Now I do see a flag at the 40. I think that might be a face mask. Purifoy with the catch. Officials are talking about it. Let's see. Very well-timed play, wasn't it, Cooper?
It was a very well-timed play, yeah. Bryson McCoy really just has a great eye for whenever these guys are open.
And Purifoy has an ability to get open on a regular basis.
Absolutely. Anywhere you put Purifoy, he will find a way to get open.
That's a major penalty against Nashville to the benefit of the Badgers, who are now going to line up with the first down and 10 at the 44-yard line of Nashville. Badgers would love to have an early 2-score lead. They lead at 7-0 already after an interception and a 10 or make it 11-yard drive. Now, with a drive helped by 2 passes and a penalty against Nashville, they're at the 44-yard line of the Scrappers. Pass into the flat, incomplete. Ball intended for Kyle Reed.
Little tough pass right there, the timing and the defenders coming down right there. We really saw Finley on that top side. He was making some good blocks, honestly, and played quarterback last week. It's good to see him out at receiver this week.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Arkadelphia at the line of scrimmage with McCoy at quarterback. He will hand it off this time, and here comes Reed. This time they're going to hit him at the line. He'll fall forward, but third down and long coming, although you've got to see this as four-down territory.
Jay Purifoy might have just had one of the best blocks I've ever seen as a receiver. That was, I don't know if y'all saw it, but he just had a huge pancake block right there. That was awesome.
Might see another one. Now it's going to be a pass. There's a good pass, but they have blown the play dead. That would have been a nice gain, I think. Let's see. This might go, and it does go, against Nashville. That's going to help out Arkadelphia on third down and 8. A timeout has been called. With a timeout on the field, we'll come back with an important play. They haven't marked it off yet, but we're going to see a penalty, we believe, against Nashville, and we'll just keep it right here. We'll just keep it right here. Oh, there was a timeout before the snap. That would have, I think, been a completion because it was well thrown, caught on the run.
That was a great pass and throw from McCoy to Wagner. Going to hear a lot of Wagner, just like we keep saying.
So it's still third down, 8 yards to go. They did not move the ball. No penalty again. It was just a timeout. Arkadelphia looks to the line of scrimmage. New running back in, that's Moody. He's been effective this year as well. Back to pass. They want to throw it, and they will throw it to the flat. This time it's picked off. Picked off and returned to the 40-yard line. They covered up the flat, and the quarterback did not see the defender who really came up with a nice catch. That's Joe Branch.
6'4". That is a tall defensive back. I don't know about you. That is the tall defensive back, and it looks like the receiver and quarterback just – they weren't on the same wavelength right there, and unfortunately number 13 catch the ball right there.
Yeah, I tell you what, both teams now have an interception, but Arkadelphia had just an 11-yard drive to score after its interception. Nashville now has stopped the Arkadelphia drive. They've got to cover 59 yards to pick up a tying score. 7-0 first quarter action here in Nashville. The Arkadelphia Badgers leading. And they would like to throw it to the flat. They'll get it out there, and it's incomplete. That was almost a lateral, but I believe they called it incomplete.
That was close. It almost looked behind the line of scrimmage and a lateral, and could have gone both ways if he was just a little bit farther back.
I also think it might be to their advantage that it was incomplete because the Badgers were converging very quickly.
They were. This defensive line for the Badgers is just quick, strong, just so fast to get back to the quarterback, as we're probably about to see a pass right here as well.
All right, second down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 41-yard line. Scrappers on their own side of the field. And the quarterback wants to keep it, but he'll be hit immediately and brought down. A couple of Badgers on the tackle, a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards, but it's third down and long.
Jacoby Campbell leading that tackle right there. Keep hearing his name. We'll hear it all night. Looks like he's taking charge on the field as the Badgers now look like they're going to a 3-down front. 3 defensive linemen against this 5 offensive lineman front.
It's third down, 9 yards to go for Nashville. Ball advanced only to the 42-yard line. 3 receivers, top of your screen, 2 receivers at the bottom, no running backs in with Chambers, the quarterback. Left-handed quarterback can spin the ball. He's back to pass. He's under some pressure immediately, and he throws an incompletion. Never a chance to complete that because the Badgers got there so quickly.
And that was Skylar McClure right there on that QB hurry. Really hit his arm, made the quarterback throw the ball down as quick as possible. McClure is he's just a great defensive end. We saw a double swipe move right there against that left tackle and got back there real quick.
Arkadelphia went after the punter on the last punt. They didn't get there. And of course, you've also got to be careful about the possibility of a fake. They do have a deep receiver to try to return this as well. They really want to go after this punter. He does get it away. It's a better punt this time. Fair catch called for by Wagner back at the 19-yard line. That was a good punt that time. Wagner has it for Arkadelphia, which is a really important catch, I would say, Cooper, because that kept the ball from bouncing down maybe inside the 10.
That was a very important, very risky but athletic. And, I mean, if anyone's back there, it's good that Wagner's back there to catch that like he did right there. That is a very hard thing to do, not going to lie.
They punted to the 20-yard line, and that's where they mark it. He caught it over his shoulder, and they'll mark it at the 20. So first down and 10, Arkadelphia. Badgers had their worst field position of the night, but they were moving on their second possession after the touchdown. The first possession just had a turnover. Pass into the flat. Missed tackle and a big gain. This is a beautiful run to the 40, to the 50. He might go. He's to the 30-yard line. He cuts to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Orion Roberts on the touchdown. Huge play for the Badgers.
He had the interception earlier, now a touchdown on a reception in which he escaped multiple tacklers near the line of scrimmage and then sprinted to the end zone.
This is a huge first quarter for Orion Roberts and the Badgers.
One play, 80 yards. On for the extra point attempt is Seth Molinari. Excellent senior kicker for Arkadelphia. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is perfect. Arkadelphia 14, Nashville 0. We have just less than 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and we'll be back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Hey, this is Pastor Rick Mays at Trinity Temple Assembly of God, extending an invitation to you and your family to join us for a weekend experience. Come join us in worship. Come join us for some great teaching and preaching. We have kids' church, we have nursery, everything's available for all ages of the family. So this weekend, come join us, or any weekend, come join us on Sundays. You can see us at ttag.church. Join us online if you can't come in person. So God bless, and go Badgers.
Arkadelphia off to a nice start, offensively and defensively, and you just have to call one name for that.
That's right, Orion Roberts. I got his name wrong earlier in the season. I was calling him Orion, right? Is that right? And it's Orion.
I think I remember that, but hey, that was just the first game.
That's right. I'm fully a Badger fan, and I am engulfed in the Badger Nation. So I love it. I love Orion Roberts as well. He's a huge player.
I think at this point everybody in Arkadelphia knows his name. What a good play offensively and defensively so far tonight. From the 9-yard line, returned up the side, big hit by Moody, and he'll go down to the 26-yard line. Let me point out that we've had a little bit of a score-bot problem again. Sometimes on the road, the internet connection is not perfect, but we were able, thanks to the ingenious work of Chris Babb, we're able to get the score up there. Just remember, blue is the Badgers, and gray is Nashville on that scoreboard. That was a Patterson Federal Credit Union kickoff. Good coverage by Arkadelphia. And from the 27-yard line, Nashville has a first down and 10. They have had trouble with pass protection against Arkadelphia tonight, but at times they've been able to move the ball. Quarterback is a good one, Chambers. Calling out the snap count. He will hand it off. They'll try to hit the end, and they will make some yardage. That's a good run, near a first down.
Tackle was made by Amari Ford. Amari Ford, we've seen him have some huge games these past couple games against other teams, and we just got blinded by the scoreboard. That thing is bright. But Amari Ford on a huge chase down tackle right there.
That was a gain of 12. First down and 10 for Nashville. I think it meant to go off tackle, but he took it to the sideline and got good yardage. Now they're going to run a bit of a reverse back to the other side, and a big hit. I mean, just a huge hit. I think that might have been Hamilton over there. What a huge hit that was. It was Jaden McKenzie. Let me correct myself. The sophomore knows how to hit. I'm going to spot the ball at the 37-yard line for a loss of 2. Second down and 12.
Looks like the Badgers have really been practicing some tackling here, because we have seen some great defensive tackles right here.
And they'll fake the handoff. Quarterback wants to run it. He will not find a lot of yardage, but he'll fight for a little bit. Third down and long coming.
Third down and long coming, but also what I'm really liking is the defensive line playing in their spots, reading their keys, having the linebackers scrape over the top, really elongating the football out to the sideline and not getting downfield for the scrappers. Badgers are doing a really good job right here.
Big play for Arkadelphia's defense now from the 41-yard line, its own 41. Nashville lines up third down, 8 yards to go. And the quarterback is upset with his teammates, and another timeout has been called. And so they've got to get it together over on the Nashville sideline. And we will see if they can convert a third down or if Arkadelphia is going to have the ball right back. That's when we come back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Located at 214 North 25th Street in Arkadelphia, Providence Veterinary Care is a full-service clinic offering complete medical care for your pets, including preventative care, routine surgery, and in-house diagnostics. Our staff at Providence Veterinary Care is filled with passionate animal lovers who are highly trained and dedicated to making sure that your pets receive care and compassion every time they walk in the door. Visit us or give us a call at 870-464-1305. Providence Veterinary Care. Compassionate care, modern medicine.
Back to the action in Nashville. Arkadelphia leads at 14-0. We're in the first quarter, but we're nearing the end of it. 2:21 left before we go to second quarter action. We're proud to bring you this first quarter from Taylor King Law. Appreciate so much all of our sponsors. It's third down and long. Third down, 8 yards to go for Nashville. Arkadelphia looking like they want to put pressure on the quarterback. He is a passer. Arkadelphia refuses to jump offside, so now they're going to look to the sideline once again and get the play. Arkadelphia showing maybe they're going to bring pressure. Reese Campbell moves up. Now he's going to move back into coverage. Back to pass, though, and under pressure, the quarterback gets it into the flat, but there's not much of anywhere to go. They're going to easily knock him out of bounds.
Great pressure, but also Quintavian Morris is there once again to make that play, push him out of bounds, and a huge fourth down for the Scrappers, and the Badgers will probably be getting this punt right here.
Yeah, I don't think they have much of a choice at their own 41-yard line when they still need 9 yards. Fourth down and 9, they're going to have to kick it away. Arkadelphia's been interested in trying to block a punt, but they haven't gotten there so far tonight. They might have their third chance at it right here.
They have been very, very close all night.
Wagner is deep just in case he gets it off. A little bit of a high snap, but he's got the kick away. Shorter kick this time. It's going to be allowed to bounce. It takes an Arkadelphia bounce, and now is going to be stopped at the 39-yard line. So that's a 20-yard punt, and Arkadelphia will take over.
Great field position for the Badgers. Obviously, we can see what they do from the 25-yard line, 30-yard line. From the 40 or from the 39-yard line, we're going to see probably a huge gain, another explosive from the Badgers.
Arkadelphia will line up with a first down. Arkadelphia scored on its first possession on an 11-yard drive. Then they turned it over with an interception. After that, they got another touchdown on a one-play 80-yard pass to the line of scrimmage, and then a run of 80 yards. They'll start with a run this time, but this time Reed has nowhere to go. That was a good reaction by the defensive end that time, and he'll pick up nothing, maybe lost a yard.
The defensive end, Logan Dallas for the Scrappers, also a sophomore. That's a big body for a sophomore. Very smart play as a newcomer into high school football as well.
Second down, 11 yards to go. Pass from McCoy. That's a completion, but the defender is right there. Let's see where they spot the forward progress. Should be up around the 42-yard line, and it will be. That's going to be a gain of 4, but it's still third down and 7.
Jay Purifoy on that catch. Very, very important that he caught that ball and he protected it right away. No turnovers need to happen for the rest of this game.
3 receivers, bottom of the screen, and Arkadelphia might just have picked up 5 because I believe that defender that we just complimented just jumped off sides.
You make a good play as a defensive lineman. I remember whenever I played defensive lineman just a couple years ago, and you would make a huge play, you'd get a little antsy, and then sometimes you jump offside, so it happens.
Arkadelphia looking for a Welch Funeral Home first down on this play. Low snap, but they get it away. Here is a running play by Reed. It just depends on the spot. He might be a little bit short. And if, in fact, he is a little short, they just might go for it here near the 50-yard line. Moody will check in. I think that means they're going to run and go for it. It's going to be fourth down and less than a yard.
If you don't remember, people watching back home, Moody had a huge run where he kind of ran through an entire team and still made a touchdown earlier in the season. So kind of hence why Moody is coming into the game right here.
Back of the football, touching the 48. They've got to make the 49 for the first down. They love this offensive line, and Moody is a tough runner, as Cooper just said, so they're going to go for it. McCoy at quarterback. Oh, and now Arkadelphia jumps. The ball was not snapped, but a flag, or at least a whistle, was blown. Let's see. What has happened here?
Looks like we might have a hurt scrapper on the other side. He's kind of walking around.
Oh, okay. The officials blew there's no offsides, I don't believe. They blew a whistle because they suspected that one of the defenders for Nashville was not okay, and they're going to help him off the field. That's good. The official did a good job. You don't want to run another play when somebody's suffering out there. He was standing up, but clearly they did not think he was okay, and they blew the whistle.
Very smart play from the officials.
Good job by the officials. 4th down, 1 yard to go. Handoff, hitting the backfield. Moody struggles ahead, and I think he might be there, but he might not. It's so close. Just depends on the spot, but the spot's reasonably good, 49-yard line. I think he might have this. Oh, no, they're going to say it was fumbled. I thought maybe he had lost the ball, but I couldn't tell. And indeed he did just before he got to the 49-yard line. That's a struggle ahead to try to make that first down, and he just lost the ball. So Nashville has it just inside the 49-yard line of Arkadelphia. In fact, they're going to spot it right at the 49-yard line now.
Good field position for the Scrappers as they are in Badger territory.
Well,
Number 5, their quarterback.
We are very near the end of the first quarter. But Nashville will at least get one play off here. They're 49 yards away from trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. There's a pass, incomplete, and a flag goes down. Goodness gracious. The ball was thrown behind everybody, but there was a collision with the receiver, I thought, after the ball went by, so I'm a bit surprised at the flag. Let's see what they determine this is going to be. Gee whiz, is going to be unfortunate if it is, and it looks like it might be a pass interference call. I thought the ball was behind everybody, 3 defenders in the area, and there was a collision. I just thought it was after the ball went by and not really close to the receiver. So they are going to mark it off to the Arkadelphia 34-yard line. Pass interference is the call. This is a very important possession for Nashville. And they have a good first play to help him down the field. The quarterback, Chambers, is a good passer, but has had an errant throw or two tonight, including an interception. Back to pass. He wants to throw deep. I'm wrong. He'll throw it short to the right side. Nice screen pass, a good gain. Good run after the catch. They'll have him down to the 20-yard line, and they'll stop him there. Finally, the whistle will blow. It's a gain of 14, first down and 10. Good play call, I'd say.
That was a great play call. Little screen pass right there. Great job by the offensive lineman really selling that screen pass. Couple kick sets and then they're out. The defensive line really had no idea. So great job by the Scrappers right there.
One running back in the formation on first down and 10. They'll run it. The quarterback will keep it. He's going to make 3 yards. I don't think more than that as he's down. Roberts makes the tackle.
Not only can Chambers throw it, but looks like he can run it a little bit. He can get a couple yards each play, and looks like we might be coming to a close of the first quarter.
That is going to be the end of the first quarter, and after 1 quarter of play, it's Arkadelphia 14, Nashville 0, but the Scrappers are threatening, and we'll find out what happens as a result of that threat when we come back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Shelter Insurance, brought to you, of course, here in Arkadelphia by Chad Kesterson, one of our sponsors, and we have such great appreciation for our sponsors and helping us really upgrade our equipment, do some good things. You're going to see more of that when we come home to Badger Stadium, simply because on the road you don't always get a great internet connection, and not everything has worked perfectly tonight. But hey, we've got a good camera, and we got a good camera operator in Coleman Callan, who's been working for us. This is his 4th year now running the camera, and of course Chris Babb has been able to make a number of other things work so we can bring this game to you here from Nashville. My name is Jeff Root, and with me is Cooper Dar. And Arkadelphia leads in this game 14-0, but Nashville is driving. Second down for the Scrappers. Ball at the Arkadelphia 19-yard line. And they're going to run the ball up the middle, and there's not much. Oh, and a fumble. Fight for the football. Let's see who's got this. No, I think they said he was down when the ball came loose. He was down when the ball came loose. It was a short gain up near the 15-yard line. They'll mark it just outside the 15. Third down, 5 yards to go. 3rd and 5 from the Arkadelphia 15. Chambers at quarterback looks to the sideline. Oh, a trick play. They're going to snap it to the tailback, and he's going to have some yardage. In fact, he's going to cut to his right and go for a touchdown. Nice trick play by Nashville, and they get a touchdown out of it.
And that was Miles Hawthorne, number 24. That was honestly really kind of cool. The quarterback looked over to the side, and Hawthorne took it, and I don't think anybody was really ready for that, nor did anyone expect that. So big play for the Scrappers right there.
Very important touchdown for Nashville, playing on their home turf. Trailing 14-0 after one quarter, but they score first here in the second quarter. Extra point attempt is coming. And flags, or no, whistles stop that play. Arkadelphia did block the kick, but it was after the whistle blew. Alex Bryce is the kicker. And let's see, we're waiting for an official to say. We think it might be against Arkadelphia. If that's the case, they could decide to go for 2, but their kicker is a good one, so got a good chance of making the extra point. Let's see what they decide to do.
The guy that blocked it right before the whistle was called was Xavier Williams. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but he got on his back and jumped up and got back up to his feet. So you can already tell he's an athlete.
Certainly looks like they're going to kick it, just a 19-yard extra point or maybe an 18-yard extra point instead of a 20-yard extra point. Arkadelphia is going to try to block it one more time. There's a low snap. The kicker picks it up, and he will not make it to the end zone. They're going to throw him down, and they fail on the extra point. So it's Arkadelphia 14, Nashville 6. Just in the first moments of the second quarter, Nashville gets a score. Fails the conversion, though, and Arkadelphia still leads it by 8. The Badgers will have the ball when we come back. It's Arkadelphia 14, Nashville 6. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
At the Sexton Law Firm, we have experience handling insurance dispute cases and we're well equipped to handle the tactics used by insurance companies to avoid honoring valid claims. The Sexton Law Firm is dedicated to helping individuals fight for the relief they deserve. We work hard to ensure your rights are protected and your case is handled with the respect and care you deserve. The next time you need help battling an insurance company, contact an attorney with the Sexton Firm. Drop by and see us at 107 North 26th Street or give us a call at 870-345-4123.
Arkadelphia with a lead of 14-6 here with 11:22 left in the first half. Badgers have had a 2-touchdown lead tonight. Now it's 8 points. They would dearly love to have a nice drive here, take off some time from that clock and score another touchdown. Going to be a high kick near the sideline. Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Interesting kickoff lineup there by the Scrappers. Don't see a lot of bunched up players anymore that just run out and do different things, but looks like they have a specific strategy for what the Scrappers want to do right there on their kickoffs.
Fair catch was caught, I thought, at the 25. They're going to mark it closer to the 27-yard line. So first down and 10 Badgers. Arkadelphia needs a nice 73-yard drive here. They had an 80-yard drive earlier in one play. McCoy at quarterback.
it looks like they're really adjusting. They got their tent over there. They're set up, and they're really paying attention to what their coach has to say.
Gain of only 1. Here's a pass to the sideline. Good run after the catch. Close to a first down, maybe a yard short after the run by Purifoy.
That was a big run by Purifoy, and it looks like they're going to call him for a first down. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Fantastic. First down and 10 for the Arkadelphia Badgers. What a good move after the catch. Pass across the middle. That's a good catch by Roberts. He's at the 48 to the 50-yard line. McCoy really zipped it in there.
Looks like he lost the ball last second, but they're going to call him down. Orion Roberts. It looks like the Badgers are going with a more fast-paced style of game here that we've seen the past couple games.
Send a man in motion. 2 receivers top of the screen. They've got a tight end also. Pressure coming in, but McCoy rolls in the other direction and throws an incompletion, trying to get it to Purifoy. He just missed him. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Badgers had 2 receivers going out there to the right, just 5 yards of a difference between them, and I can see how that can get a little bit confusing on who the ball is going towards right there.
Second down, 10 yards to go for Arkadelphia, leading by 8. It's 14-6 Badgers here in Nashville. And now it looks like Nashville has jumped offside. Let's see if the official agrees with us. That's it. How about a second down and 5? Nice break for the Badgers.
You get a fast-paced style of offense going on here, and you can really get some of these defensive guys start jumping off sides because they're used to being so fast.
Badgers line up. Second and 5, running play. Ooh, hit in the backfield and brought down immediately. Golly, what a good job by the defensive line. Coming up with that tackle on Reed was Braden Irby. He's 6 feet tall and 248 and quick.
That was a smart play. He saw right tackle come around the side for a different power counter type play, and he just stood his ground and watched the quarterback right there.
Third down, 8 yards to go. McCoy, the quarterback, looks to his right. He will throw. This is across the middle, incomplete. He threw it high and hard, and Roberts tried to jump for it but couldn't quite pull it in. Fourth down and 8. He does have an arm, and he got it there in a hurry, but it was a bit high, so Roberts could not get up and make that catch. Fourth down and 8. Arkadelphia will line up to go for it. Now let's look and see if they want to punt or do they want to try to make a fourth down and 8 at the 48-yard line of Nashville. It looks like they want to go for it. And they do. McCoy will throw. That's a completion. And that is Purifoy with a first down. Beautiful run after the catch inside the 35-yard line of Nashville.
That is a Welch Funeral Home first down. Huge first down for Purifoy and the Badgers, and they're already getting set. They want to play some football. They're going to go score a touchdown.
Ball starting at the 34 now. First down and 10. Running play. This time some room for Moody. Moody will punish a defender and fall forward to the 30-yard line.
Moody got hit by 4 scrappers right there and still didn't fall down until the 4th guy got there. So huge play by Moody.
Second down, 6 yards to go for Arkadelphia. I'm going to split Wagner far to the top of your screen. Maddox, 2 other receivers on the short side. This is Maddox, a double pass. He is going to go deep. He will just miss his intended receiver. Incomplete, trying to get it to Purifoy.
I saw as soon as that happened and the receiver came back, I knew what was about to happen, but it looks like Nashville did too. So good play by Nashville covering it up, and it's actually a play I ran last night on NCAA, so on the new football game. So
Jamarian Conway was deep, and that probably made it a much more difficult throw. Sometimes on that play you expect a wide open receiver. Maddox Finley, of course, He passed so well last week or 2 weeks ago when McCoy was out. McCoy will fire this one. That's a catch. That's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Arkadelphia. Beautiful run after the catch with the score for the Arkadelphia Badgers is Braden Wagner.
Braden Wagner, once again, another touchdown for Wagner and another touchdown for the Badgers in this conference opener at Nashville. Huge play by Wagner.
McCoy gets the ball there in a hurry, and the Badgers can handle it coming in hard, and that was a good catch and a good run after the catch. Kick is up, As usual, Molinari makes the extra point, and Arkadelphia's lead is stretched back out. It's now 21 for the Badgers, 6 for Nashville. We are midway through the second quarter. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Scott Bird DDS is a true general dentistry practice with a comfortable, laid-back atmosphere. Led by Dr. Scott Bird, they've been serving the people of Arkadelphia for over 20 years. It's a simple philosophy. Treat every patient the way they would want to be treated, with clear communication and honesty. Their comprehensive care ensures that all your dental needs are met under one roof, providing convenience and quality you can count on. Scott Bird DDS General Dentistry at 7th and Caddo, 870-246-6745.
Long drive for Arkadelphia. The Badgers covered 73 yards. The touchdown came on a pass from McGoy to Wagner, 30 yards, and Arkadelphia has a 21-6 lead now.
I want to talk a little bit about these Badger fans. These Badger fans, they drove an hour out of their way to come to Nashville, Arkansas, and they showed up. The band is loud. Looks like they're getting ready for their halftime performance over there in the end zone. But these fans really showed up. They're being loud whenever it's time to be loud, and just a great, great fan base of Arkadelphia Badgers.
That is the absolute truth. They always travel, and why wouldn't you come see a Nashville Arkadelphia game, whether it's in Badger Stadium or here in Nashville? Line drive kickoff returnable from the 14-yard line. They'll go up to the 20. He's going to cut to the outside but not make it outside, and down at the 25-yard line. That's the young man that got the touchdown a few minutes ago, and he is a good one, Miles Hawthorne.
Miles Hawthorne is one of those really athletic guys that if the ball is in their hand, something's going to happen. He's going to make a couple guys miss, but the Badgers did a really good job right there by getting him to the ground. As the ball is placed on the 26-yard line, closer to the 25, the Nashville Scrappers will take over, start driving.
So the Arkadelphia defense back out on the field after the offense had an 11-play, 73-yard drive for a touchdown to give Arkadelphia a 3-touchdown lead. Quarterback is Chambers. Left-hander has a good arm, but he's going to hand it off, and this once again is Hawthorne, and he won't get much this time.
Xavier Williams starting that tackle. They kind of ran what we used to call a tech stunt. The end came under and the tackle looped under, the tackle went over and the end came over the tackle. And that was just a very good play by Xavier Williams.
Nashville kind of slow in getting in the line of scrimmage, looking at the sideline to get the play. Now they've got it. They're going to line up in a passing situation, second down and long. Chambers will throw it, looking deep down the middle of the field. He'll fire it to the middle of the field, and it's almost intercepted by Wagner. Now, the receiver for Nashville claims that he caught it, but I believe they're going to say it's incomplete. It is, in fact, going to be an incompletion. He made a nice short hop catch, though. This is a bunch of guys that can play some baseball, and Morgan caught it on the short hop and wanted to sell that as a completion.
That's right. Nashville's good at baseball. They're good at sports. This is a good sports school, and they're good at those little pro hop catches, so that was good.
Third down and long. They're going to line up. Might see, we saw a trick play touchdown earlier, and they are going to bring Hawthorne back to the backfield. He got that touchdown earlier really, really quick. Good speed, but it is 9 yards they need, so we look for a pass. Under pressure, he wants to throw a screen. Now he's going to escape that pressure. He'll throw it down the sideline. That's a nice play. A completion for a first down up to the 40-yard line. Chambers made that happen, but I do see a flag on the play.
Chambers' pass was completed to Kason Morgan. Once again, a 6'3" receiver. He's a senior as well.
We're waiting for the official's call, but it is going to go against Nashville. They had an illegal man downfield. That can happen when your quarterback looks like he's being sacked and then escapes, and instead of running, he throws the ball. He made a nice play, but it's going to go against the Scrappers because they had a lineman go downfield.
Especially on a screen play as well. The lineman thought it was a screen, and so they're blocking downfield, and so just an unfortunate series of events right there for the Scrappers.
All right, it is third down over again, but they got a little more ground to cover. They're going to mark it back to the 22-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 13. 3rd and 13. 3 receivers bottom of your screen for Nashville. He wants to pass. Now he wants to run, and he'll have not much yardage as the quarterback is going to be slammed down. And another flag goes down at the end of that play. And another flag goes down after the play. So let's see what these 2 flags will be.
That tackle was started by Hamilton of the Badgers. But I'm interested to see what this flag is.
Well, gang tackling is something the Badgers are known for. It's a good thing, but it may be that time a hand got into the face mask. I think they're going to mark it off against Arkadelphia, and that will turn that 3rd down and long into a 1st down. Spotted all the way to the 39-yard line. Good break for the Scrappers. 1st down and 10 at their own 39. Big play. Face mask and all that crowd. Running play. This is going to be the backup quarterback in specifically to run the ball, and he's going to make 11 yards to the 50. What a good run.
I think we can expect whenever DJ Jefferson comes out, it might be a wildcat formation every time we see DJ come out.
Jefferson stays in the game. He is only a sophomore, quarterback of the 9th grade team last year. Will eventually play quarterback here, but Chambers is only a junior, their starting quarterback. Chambers is in, but the running back next to him is Jefferson. Oh, no, Jefferson takes the snap, and he'll run with it, and he's going to make some yardage. So they've prepared some things in this off week. That's an important thing, Cooper. They had an extra week to prepare for this game, and it looks like they prepared some different plays than what maybe Arkadelphia saw on the film.
That's right. Having 2 weeks to really prepare for one game, I mean, how can you not throw a little bit of trickery in there? And it looks like we have the regular quarterback back for the Scrappers, but they're going to throw in some fun stuff in there as well, as a wildcat formation has come in a couple times.
That was a gain of 12. On 1st down, they want to throw, but under pressure, the quarterback will throw an interception. Or no, it was dropped. My fault. On the far side, it was dropped. Almost an interception. He was hit as he threw it, and the ball kind of got away from him.
Looks like he was hit by Quintavian Morris. Big play. I mean, you have a quarterback running for his life as you got Morris also running towards you. I mean, I would kind of throw that ball up too. So great play by Morris.
Yeah, I think Morris got there in time to affect the path of the ball. It was almost intercepted, but was not. So from the 38, 2nd down and 10 for Nashville. Chambers, the quarterback, talking to his offensive line, now backs up into formation. 1-back formation, running back to the left of the quarterback. And they want to run it, but up the middle, there's just nowhere to go. Just nowhere to go.
It's hard to run a play like that with only 5 offensive linemen and no fullback, tight end, or anything like that. So, great play by the defensive line of the Badgers.
That was a handoff to the backup quarterback, Jefferson, who is a good runner, but he just didn't have a whole run through that time. They're going to back him up to the 39 for a loss of 1. It's 3rd down and 11. There is a timeout on the field. Very important play coming back. When we come back, it's Nashville on 3rd down and 11 here as we move deeper into the 2nd quarter. Arkadelphia leading 21-6 over Nashville. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Imagine a place where children can feel safe, a place where kids are empowered and accepted. In this place, you are special, you are unique, you are loved. Imagine a place where you can have fun every single day. We are that place.
Great sponsor, of course, in Pediatrics Plus. Want to say thank you to our 2nd quarter sponsor also, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, longtime sponsor of Arkadelphia football. 3rd down coming now. It's 3rd down, 11 yards to go. Nashville at the Arkadelphia 39-yard line. So they got 2 plays to make 11 yards. After a timeout, will they run? They've run some unusual plays, a trick play for a touchdown on their last possession. Now a long period of time where the quarterback is staring at his coach on the sideline, talking to his left tackle. He wants some protection. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked way back on the other side of the 50-yard line. Arkadelphia is acting like there's not an offensive line.
That's right. We've seen it all night. Xavier Williams. He is having a game. He's had multiple sacks. He's gotten to the quarterback almost every single time, and the Nashville Scrappers will punt it away. Once again, this might be, 4 times now that they've had the Scrappers punt? This is a huge, huge play and half for the Badgers.
4th down and 24. He dropped the kick. Now he is going to kick, and he did get it away. It's going to bounce and will take a kind of a neutral bounce. Arkadelphia will have good field position, but they almost had a blocked kick. Ball is going to be spotted at the 34-yard line. 1st down for the Badgers.
The ref announced right there that they did hit the ball right there. They hit the ball, they tipped it, and had the ball go straight up in the air. Great field position for the Badgers, as you just said. You know what makes me happy is just Friday night football. Friday night football, conference football. The weather's starting to feel a little bit cooler. This is football weather. This gets me excited.
And it's not raining. The hurricane has really inundated part of the United States, but has stayed away from this venue. It was cloudy, we noticed, but no threat of rain tonight. Back to pass. McCoy will throw a short pass, hit immediately, though, and so there's actually a loss on that completed pass as he got the ball out to his teammate, who we've seen play offensively and defensively this year. Really fine player in Skylar McClure.
That's right. He had a sack already earlier, defensively. Now he just made a play right there for the Badgers.
Loss of 3, 2nd down, 13 yards to go. McCoy throws it, short pass. Again, a good run by Purifoy after the catch. And they're going to spot him down at the 36-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 8.
Purifoy's really good about getting that ball, really surveying the field really, really quickly, hitting a jab step and getting upfield. Got some extra yards right there from Purifoy.
Roberts has checked in at receiver. Purifoy with him. And Finley, they're all at the bottom of your screen. And now we have some movement early by an offensive lineman. And that might just back up Arkadelphia by 5. Let's see if that is indeed the call, and it will be. And so that's going to make it a 3rd down and 13 for the Badgers from back at the 31-yard line.
Just got to be able to sit in that pocket, wait for that ball to go off, and that's whenever you can start going. But I can see how the offensive line can be getting a little antsy right here.
Alone in the backfield is the quarterback, McCoy. The sophomore is back to pass. He throws down the sideline. He is going to make a beautiful pass, a beautiful catch, but he was out of bounds. What a catch by Purifoy, but he couldn't keep a foot in bounds at the 50-yard line.
You throw that ball within a 10-mile radius of Purifoy, and he'll probably catch it. So great play by Purifoy, just not quite in bounds, but still a great play by Purifoy.
Arkadelphia is going to look to kick it away. 4th down and 13. Almost a wonderful play right in front of the home fans. You heard them at the end of that play. Here's a beautiful punt. Nice punt. It's going to go over the head of the return man. It's going to roll inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20. What a great punt that is, all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Nashville.
Looks like we have 4 minutes and 35-25 around there. Seconds left. 35 seconds left on the clock, so 4 minutes and 35 seconds. So this is where you really want to start dialing down if you're Nashville, if you're Arkadelphia. You want to be great these last 4 minutes. You want to be great the rest of the game. But this is a big part of the game right here, the last 4 minutes of the first half.
So the reason we're struggling with the time is not because we don't know our numbers. It is, in fact, because the clock giving the play clock number is covering up the other clock from our vantage point. There is a running attempt, but the Badgers are just all over it and all over it and all over it. What a valiant attempt to escape the tackle, but he couldn't do it. Big loss on the play.
The entire team of Arkadelphia was around that. Like, that's huge. I don't think people realize that it's very rare to see a whole program coached so well to have every single defensive player to the football. That is a huge play for the Badgers.
And the loss is significant back to the 13-yard line, so it's 2nd and 14 on a running play. Now back to pass. He'll throw a screen pass, but Arkadelphia is going to cover it up reasonably well. Nice tackle from behind up near the 15-yard line.
Xavier Williams. There you go. That's all I should have to say. I'll say Xavier Williams. It'll be like, okay, it was a really good play.
He was congratulated by Hawthorne after the tackle. I don't think Hawthorne thought anybody could catch him from behind, but Williams did.
I mean, you just got to have respect where respect is due. I mean, great. He's a great defensive end. He's having a great night tonight. He's going to have a great rest of his season. So, great play by Xavier.
3rd down 13, key play for the Scrappers to try to at least get some field position back here. On 3rd down and very long, Arkadelphia is making some noise like they want to come after the quarterback. He's got a little bit of time. Now he wants to run, and he will not make nearly enough yardage. They bring him down short of the 20-yard line.
And that was Reese Campbell right there on that tackle, resulting in a 4th down for the Scrappers.
Spot the ball between the 18 and 19. I'm going to call it the 19 for a gain of 5. That still makes it 4th down and 8. Arkadelphia has called a timeout, so they may have to adjust the clock. We're getting that word from Chris. Arkadelphia wants to score here. They've got a chance, Cooper. It's going to be good field position.
It's going to be great field position as we see we have a Badger right around the 45-yard line.
Wagner is the kick returner. Now he's going to come in and talk to his coaches because the timeout continues. And I guess we'll keep it right here. Yeah, they are holding up play in order to reset the clock. And Chris tells us they're going to put a few more seconds back on the clock. After the timeout, the clock did run for a few seconds. They got to get the right number to the press box, which is on the other side of the field, way up in the sky. And so it'll take just a moment. Want to mention to you that because we're on the visitor side, we're not going to be bringing you the halftime show for Arkadelphia. We'd love to do that, but we're this far from the field, and on the visitor side, it's just really hard to get the same effect and do them justice. So stay tuned to catch them when we are on the home side for visitor games. That happens sometimes, or at home. Here's a high kick, not returnable. A fair catch is called and made by Wagner. That is so important to be able to call a fair catch at the 49-yard line of Nashville. Instead of waiting to see which way the ball bounces, he'll take the mystery out of it and catch the ball on the Nashville side of the 50.
It just sets up a good field position for the Badgers at the 49-yard line in Nashville territory already. So I think we're about to see a good series of events happen right here for the Badgers. They're going to get set quick. Obviously, there's 3 minutes left, so they're going to be going quite quick.
That was a 30-yard punt, but a good one in the sense that there was no return. Arkadelphia sets up on 1st down. They want to run it wide, and this is Reed looking for a hole. He'll be hit and gain only a couple on 1st down. Still plenty of time left for Arkadelphia.
I'm expecting the Badgers to get the ball down. As soon as the ref gets the ball down, they're going to be snapping the ball, as we see right here.
Arkadelphia ready on 2nd down and 8. McCoy wants to fire it deep downfield, looking for a receiver. Incomplete. 2 defenders in the area.
That was just defended well by Ruchi Wiley. Ruchi Wiley of Nashville.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the 47-yard line. Well, now they're going to put it at the 48-yard line. So really it's 3rd down, 9 yards to go for Arkadelphia. And McCoy wants to pass. He's under some pressure. He'll throw an incomplete pass. Defender was right there on Purifoy, and Purifoy wanted to make a move before he caught the ball. Didn't quite have it in his hands when he began to look upfield. So 4th down coming.
Got to be able to look that ball in with your eyes and then start making a move. So that's okay. He doesn't quite usually make those mistakes, but he'll correct it right here.
Arkadelphia looks like they want to go for it on 4th down and 9, and they do. McCoy will throw it, and now he's going to have to throw it away as he was under pressure. I take it back. That ball was caught on the sideline. Oh, my, I thought he was throwing it away, but Maddox got there. It's just that it wasn't enough for a 1st down. He caught it right on the sideline. That changes the field position at least a little bit, but Nashville really dodged a bullet there, and now they've got the ball and enough time to try to get into the end zone. So here comes Nashville, first down and 10 at its own 40-yard line. And we are just over 2 minutes left here in the first half. Arkadelphia leads it 21-6, but nobody scored here lately. Arkadelphia is featuring a really strong defensive effort tonight. Nashville has tried a few unusual plays, trick play for a touchdown earlier. Let's see if they'll pull something out of the back of the playbook here. Hawthorne in the backfield with his quarterback Chambers. They'll send a man in motion. He wants to throw it into the, oh, that ball might have been caught. Is that a catch? Is it an interception? It is! Arkadelphia football. Tip drill.
Xavier Williams tipped the ball, and then number 53, LaJavis Moody. Huge play by Moody and Xavier right there. That's what you practice. That is the tip drill, just like you said. Usually you practice it at the end of every practice, but some of the most important thing you'll do is get that ball in the air and Moody making that catch at the defensive line position. That's awesome.
Diving catch by Moody. Beautiful play. Ball at the 39 of Nashville. Fortunes have changed. First down now for Arkadelphia. Back to pass. A long, deep pass from McCoy. He's looking for a receiver. He's got it. Was he in bounds? No, he was out of bounds. Led out of bounds just barely. He got it to the receiver. Purifoy caught it, but he was just out of bounds.
Looks like he might have been hit a little late there. No flag on the play, but still a great catch by Purifoy. Wow.
Second down and 10. Arkadelphia at the ball at the 39-yard line, I should say, of Nashville. Badgers have plenty of time. Back to pass. He is really retreating. Now he's going to throw a screen pass, and it's incomplete. As Reed was moving as he was trying to pull it in and could not quite do so. It's third down and 10.
It looks like some coaches on the Badgers side aren't really happy with that performance, but let's see what the Badgers do right here.
Third down and 10. And they want to hand off. Here is Reed for some yardage up to the 37-yard line. Gain of a couple, fourth down and 8. They haven't had big holes in the running game. Passing game has worked beautifully at times and failed to make first down at other times. One of the scrappers is injured. I think this might be a cramp as he is sitting up and just needing a little bit of help. And while he receives that, we will take a break. We're in second quarter action. Less than 2 minutes left before halftime. Arkadelphia 21, Nashville 6. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Second quarter action. Less than 2 minutes left to play. Arkadelphia would like to keep this drive alive. It is fourth down, 8 yards to go at the 37-yard line of Nashville. It's Arkadelphia with great field position but facing a fourth down, so they're going to go for it. McCoy at quarterback has a running back next to him. They'll send Roberts in motion. He'll bring a linebacker or two on his run. There's a good pass, and that's a catch, and that's a first down. What a beautiful play. Good pass, good catch. Got the feet down before he went out of bounds.
Jay Purifoy once again making that Welch Funeral Home first down.
That was perfection. Beautifully run play. Ran to his right, threw the ball on the run, and hit his target just perfectly. First down at 10, 24-yard line, a pass to the flat. That's complete. And stepping out of bounds was Reed. But he is able to get a gain up to the 18-yard line, gain of 6. Second down, 4 yards to go. We are down to about a minute and a half left. Again, we can't see the scoreboard, but we're keeping it very, very close on our ticker that you're watching. Here's a pass to the end zone. Arkadelphia looking for a score, incomplete. Just too high for Purifoy to get there. He was well defended.
I want to talk about this Arkadelphia offensive line. I know we talk about them a lot, but looking at this Nashville defensive line, they got guys, it's a number 68, 311 pounds. That's hard to block. So Arkadelphia O-line's doing good against a very big scrapper defense.
And on third down, the Badgers need 4 yards to keep the drive going. Pass to Reed. He's hit immediately. The ball bounces out, but it's incomplete. It is incomplete, and that's the correct call. Just got to hope Reed is all right. He was hit as soon as he caught it.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of got surprised by it. Still got hit pretty hard, but took him by surprise.
Well defended by Nashville. They wanted a turnover there, but Reed had only had time to just put it in his hands when he was immediately hit. Never was able to tuck it in. 2 receivers, bottom of the screen, 2 to the top, running back in the formation. That's Moody. Back to pass. They're going to throw to the end zone looking for the catch. That's Wagner. That is I'm waiting for it. I guess that's a touchdown. I never saw a signal. Now we see one from the back judge. Boy, the official closest to it never signaled it. Sorry for that, to keep you in suspense for a moment, but it was a beautiful catch. We thought that he was in bounds, and that is, in fact, the call. So a touchdown from McCoy to Wagner. Molinari. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Arkadelphia with 7 more points. Well, you never want to call a touchdown incorrectly, so sometimes you got to bide your time and make sure. And I was looking at the judge, or the referee closest to the play, but it was the back judge who saw that he was in bounds, and he was the one that made the call. So it is Arkadelphia, a touchdown, an extra point, and the Badgers now have a nice lead coming in close to halftime now. It's Arkadelphia 28 and Nashville 6. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Patterson Federal Credit Union kickoff coming your way after that touchdown. Arkadelphia had an 8-play, 39-yard drive, highlighted by a 4th down and 4, 18-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful catch by Wagner at the back of the end zone on a throw from McCoy. Badgers 28, Nashville 6 in the waning moments of the second quarter. Just over a minute left. Molinari's kick is a line drive shot, returnable from the 14-yard line. Dangerous return man, but he is hit and brought down immediately. I mean, that's the kind of tackle you want. Purifoy made it. Flag did go down at the end of the play.
Purifoy, offense, defense, special teams. Just get him on the field. He'll play some football.
And we have an injured scrapper. Now he's going to be up and around. That's Hawthorne, but he's going to run off the field. At first they wanted to bring people to him, but then he hopped up and started trotting off the field, so I think he's going to be all right. And we'll see the play marked off momentarily. Officials being very careful, we'll say it that way, taking their time, being very careful, making sure that everybody's on the same page, and making sure that the first half lasts a little longer. 1:17 left by our clock. Second quarter action. Arkadelphia 28, Nashville 6. And they are going to mark this off against Nashville. Against Nashville. A face mask by the team blocking on the kickoff return. That'll send the ball back to the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Scrappers.
I don't think we were expecting that, or the Badger fans, as we heard a big ooh happen on this side of the field. Interesting call, but we'll take it.
Well, you can't grab a face mask on offense, defense, or either side of a kickoff.
That's very true. That's dangerous.
I don't know why he did that, but he did. Two running backs in the formation, each side of the quarterback. They want to run the ball on first down. They're going to get a little bit of yardage wide, looking for a big hole. He's going to find a small one and a short gain up near the 24-yard line, but some precious time is going to run off. And we are seeing one timeout on the scoreboard for Scrappers, or maybe none. We don't think they have any timeouts, so we'll see if they want to throw the ball deep at some point. They have a quarterback who can throw deep in Chambers. With the gain up to the 24, that's a nice pickup of 9 yards, 2nd and 1. And they're going to run again. Up the middle it goes. That's enough for a first down, but not much more. Arkadelphia stopped him. Don't you just love it, Cooper, the way Arkadelphia is tackling head up and this is driving the running back backwards?
I do. They're really winning the pad level competition here, and I know Coach Shucker has been talking about that the past couple weeks, tackling, can't make arm tackles. They're making great tackles tonight. They are not scared of contact. They haven't been. Arkadelphia is not known for being scared of contact, but they are being a real physical football team tonight.
Nashville will have to hurry if they want to do anything else before halftime. 20 seconds left, clock running. They're going to run. I don't think they're going to throw any more passes this half. The running back is their backup quarterback, Jefferson, who will go across the 30-yard line, but I don't think they're going to stop the clock again. 5 seconds left. They are going to let it expire. We're going to go to halftime. 1 second, and that's it. The end of the second quarter has come. At halftime here in Nashville, Arkadelphia 28, Nashville 6. The halftime show is coming next. We're excited to bring that to you. This is Jeff Root along with me, Cooper Dar. And here at halftime, coming to you in a moment, is Chris Babb. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers! Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Welcome to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb with Cooper Dar. Jim Rothwell will be on with statistics. This is Arkadelphia Badger football. Arkadelphia 28, Nashville 6 at halftime. I mentioned it in the pregame, and Jeff mentioned it in the first half, that we would not be able to bring the Arkadelphia band to you. We're going to try. We're going to give it a shot. If we hear too much reverb, we'll and it hurts us, we'll go. But we would like to maybe give you the opportunity to hear the band, and so we will at least give it a shot with our crowd mic up top. This is the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band Escape from Alcatraz show. If you don't get to watch much of it tonight, next week at homecoming, I believe they will have their entire show. It's what the goal is for them to have their entire show and be able to present that to the home crowd at homecoming next Friday night as Arkadelphia hosts Bauxite in a big matchup, big 4A7 matchup on All Care Field at Badger Stadium. Again, it is halftime right now. The Badgers lead 28-6. Wasn't exactly, wasn't the, you look at that 28-6 halftime lead and you're like, man, that's pretty smooth first half. But you got to think that Arkadelphia left a lot of points out there. There are at least 2 drives, Cooper Dar, that Arkadelphia could have had points. This could very easily be 42-6 because you look at one of those was a defensive touchdown. We're going to talk until they start hear them announce the band, but it's 28-6. If you just take the offensive scores, it's just 21-6, and so only 3 offensive touchdowns for the Badgers. I know Coach Shucker and Coach Jordan and Coach Spears were trying to light a fire into that offense in the second quarter under the 10th. I know they'll be trying to do the same thing at halftime. Chris Babb, Cooper Dar here. Jim Roth will be on with stats. We're going to turn it over to the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band and see if we can hear.
High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Nancy Thomas. Tonight, the band will be performing the first 2 movements of the 2024 production titled Alcatraz, Escape from the Rock. The first movement will feature senior Bryce Martin on alto saxophone, and the second movement features senior Emma Nelson on the clarinet. We hope you enjoy Alcatraz, Escape from the Rock.
That was the first two movements of the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band Show. Alcatraz, Escape from the Rock, and we invite you to come to homecoming next Friday night, as you'll be able to hear the entire band. And if it sounded that good from behind, I can't imagine how good it sounds from when they were actually facing you. So we were glad to be able to bring that to you. Weren't sure how good it was going to sound, but it sounded okay. Hopefully we had our microphones up loud enough for you to hear the majority of it. A good show from the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride under the direction of Mr. Larry Brown. I'm going to bring in, before we go to our next break and then bring in Jim Rothwell, we're going to bring in Arkadelphia Athletic Director Jason Jones, Executive Director of the Arkadelphia Promise. Jason, thanks for joining us. Your annual trip up to the booth to talk to us at halftime. 28-6. But it just doesn't feel like a 28-6 lead, does it? And it doesn't seem like the players and coaching staff were just completely enthralled with the 28-6 lead either.
Just enough mistakes to give them plenty to talk about at halftime, and I'm sure they're telling them we left 3 touchdowns out there.
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
You know, we made some plays, and then some of them you're like, okay, that was just a boneheaded play. And that you know, some of these guys are young and playing their first year of varsity football, and they're playing in some key spots, so that's to be expected. First game of conference, we've been playing, you know, schools a lot bigger than us. Competition, this is good. This is good for us.
That's right. All right, let's put your Arkadelphia Promise hat on. Arkadelphia Promise Scholarship Program available for graduates from Arkadelphia High School. Senior class of 2025 may not be they're thinking about graduation. Let's be honest, they're thinking about graduation, but the process for what they're going to do next year obviously has already begun. If I'm a family member or a parent of a senior in the class of 2025, what should I be doing right now to prepare for the next step and be able to use the assistance from the Arkadelphia Promise?
Well, we've already done a couple of meetings with the senior class, and we've done a meeting with parents already, and kind of tried to get them thinking about all the things that are most of the things are still to come. Right now is a great time to be visiting universities and colleges that you may have an interest in attending. For a lot of students, they need to go ahead and start applying. There are competitive scholarships that have early deadlines at some of the universities. And then there's the whole just getting ready to start doing the FAFSA, the Arkansas Challenge. We have some that hopefully will get the governor's scholarship. And so those applications will all be opening up in the next, and grants will be opening up in the coming days. And so for us, it's really just keeping them aware of everything that's in front of them, and we're trying to meet with them. Honestly, we'll probably end up meeting with this senior class more than any other class, maybe ever. And I credit our senior high counselors with helping that, because they are also trying to talk to parents about graduation requirements, all of the things that are in front of them, not just about college, but also about just graduation and that process.
I'll give you a second to tell those watching at home what you told me about one of those meetings with this senior class. You and Miss McCoy came away saying, this was a fun class to meet with.
Yeah, so last year's was really good. I was so impressed with their attendance.
I guess I set you up to talk. You're not talking bad about previous classes,
but really last year I kind of came away with that same kind of feeling. They were so attentive and respectful. They were acting the way all of the parents would hope that they would act in a meeting with us. But then this year's class, we came out of there and first of all, we walked in the room and you hear some of them shh, this hush came over the room, and with high school seniors, they're so excited and ready to get out and move on, but they have just been so good to work with so far. So it's been a very respectful class, to say the least.
That makes it fun as well. So Jason, we appreciate you taking your time. We're going to take a break, and then we'll bring Jim Rothwell on for some first half statistics. So Jason, thanks for taking your time out. If you are the family member of a parent or of a senior in the class of 2025, be preparing for those next steps. That is filling out the FAFSA so you can be eligible for financial aid to help you with the Arkansas Challenge scholarship to apply for. The Arkadelphia Promise application ties into that. So don't wait until the spring. Go ahead and get ready for that right now. It is halftime, the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb here. Jim Rothwell joins us now on statistics, and 28-6, Arkadelphia leads. We've kind of had the prevailing thought that there are some points that have been left out on the field, and you're glad to be up 28-6, but for a while this was a 14-6 game that on one weird play could have gone one way or the other.
Yeah. It's different. As I look at the stats, it's interesting. Arkadelphia, I think, has 20-something yards, 28 yards rushing on 13 carries.
Wow.
You don't expect to have 28
that.
points with that. But the big plays have made the difference. McCoy is 13 out of 24. 212 yards, 3 touchdown passes, just the 1 interception. Big plays. And then a lot of it's been with Purefoy and Wagner.
Right.
They get the ball in their hands. An 8-yard pass turns into a 24 or 30-yard touchdown.
Right, and we saw on the first touchdown was a second touchdown of the game. First offensive touchdown was Orion Roberts. Took a screen pass out to the right side, 80 yards for a touchdown. He obviously had the pick 6 as well, so a good start for Orion Roberts. Let's go back to that 28 yards rushing. 13 carries, 28 yards rushing. That's the exact opposite of what we had seen the first 3 weeks. And I saw some imploring from the coaches. I think I heard, we're not very far. Our windows are open. You can hear, I heard, you are better than that. You're better than that. Go perform. And so I fully expect to see that in the second half.
I think we will. I think with this lead, Arkadelphia will come out and try to run the ball. Getting the ball first in the second half will make a big difference. They use up some clock, go down and score. That's what the coaches want in this at this point.
Take us through some of the other first half statistics, Jim.
Penalties have been a big thing for Nashville in particular. Key ones, not a whole lot, just 5, but they've come at key times, and a total of 45 yards. A couple of interceptions have made a difference for them. Arkadelphia did have the 1 interception. Their passing, a quarterback is 4 out of 12 for 32 yards. So their passing is about like our rushing, if Arkadelphia's rushing. And they really haven't rushed that well either. 61 yards on 23 carries. That's not even 3 yards a carry. So Arkadelphia's defense has done a great job, particularly early. That set the tone. Arkadelphia had a couple of short drives, playing around midfield, could take it in. Field position played a big part in that first half, particularly early in the game, which allowed Arkadelphia to push out its lead a little bit.
Jim, the first conference game is so important. You got to come do what you're supposed to do. We had people tell us, you'll have no problem with that game, and I think I go back to when Nick Saban a couple of years ago when Alabama was beating everybody by 70, and that's a slight exaggeration. And he said, a reporter asked him something about, what is your plan for getting the 3s and 4s into the game? And he said, you just think we're going to show up? He said, that's rat poison. And so you still have to come out and execute.
Yeah.
You still have to come out and do what you were supposed to do. We saw glimpses of that, but that was the coaching staff is not going to be pleased with that offensive performance, especially with running the ball after having such a strong 3 weeks, the first in the non-conference games.
That's true. Coming that first conference game on the road at a traditional powerhouse. Right. We know they have athletes. We know they have a great program, great coaching. And to come down here and get the lead is a big thing. It goes back. Sometimes it's not pretty, but you take the win and go home, particularly in a conference game on the road against an opponent like Nashville.
That's right. Thanks, Jim Rothwell, for your first half statistics. He'll be in the Blend Real Estate postgame show. We still have, as I stand up, stretch my legs, and look and see how much time's on the clock from our that is one of the largest scoreboards I have ever seen, and except for Jerry World, and we can't see the clock. The where we are, that play clock is right in front of us. Looks like I got about 2.5 minutes. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the other scores from around the state in Class 4A. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football. This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Arkadelphia 28, Nashville 6. We'll be back after this timeout. Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers! Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb, Cooper Dar, Jeff Root will be back here in about 2 minutes and 22 seconds, or somewhere close to that, for second half play-by-plays. Take a look at scores from around the state. Let's start in the 4A7. Opening night of conference play. In the second quarter, the last score, Fountain Lake trailing Bauxite 42-22 in the second quarter. The last score we had in the first quarter, Malvern was leading Genoa Central 14-0. Figure that's not the same score it is now. We've put a message out to try to check on that one. Obviously, the Arkadelphia Nashville score is 28-6, and then trying to find the Ashdown Haskell Harmony Grove score, but it is not on the board I'm looking at. Other scores from around Class 4A, as we take a look at some of those teams that to keep an eye on. Elkins leading Gentry 31-13. Big lead, Prairie Grove beating Green Forest 50-0 in the third. Mills 12-0 over Bald Knob. That was in the first quarter early. Cooper, you take a look at our weather tonight is gorgeous. There is 0 wind now after there was significant wind when teams were warming up. The update from halftime in Malvern was Malvern 34, Genoa Central 0. I would be interested, obviously we can't tell, but there's a lot of football games in the central and northeast part of the state that were going to be impacted by rain. And, you know, obviously everybody's having to play under those conditions, but that is a big impact on the first conference weekend of the year.
That's huge, especially.
All right, now start again.
That's huge,
there
especially whenever you're just not used to that weather. It's Arkansas. Yeah. I mean, right now you're kind of getting ready for fall, but out of nowhere you're getting hit with a hurricane. Right. You know, just the outside skirts of it. But still, that first play of conference, first game of conference, and you're getting hit with a hurricane, that's some hard stuff to deal with. I know 2 years ago the whole state of Arkansas was hit with a mass amount of weather around week 10, around that time. And I remember playing in rain that was coming in sideways underneath my helmet. So it's honestly it's a lot of fun. But whenever you start that conference play, you're still a little nervous.
Right,
it's conference play, and
weird things can happen when weather gets involved.
It's a little tough.
Take a look at some other scores. Star City defeating Crossit in the third quarter, 40-0. That game's in the sportsmanship rule. A big one between teams that have been ranked in the top 5 of Class 4A and in various polls. Warren is at DeWitt tonight. The last update we had in the third quarter, Warren leading that game 14-0. I know that game is being played in rainy and windy conditions. Today, former APSD art teacher Sandy Capps had a memorial service here in town. She grew up in DeWitt, and they had the burial in DeWitt. Saw a picture of the young men who were her surrogate grandchildren moving that casket in the wind and the rain. So I know Warren and DeWitt are playing in those conditions. As we mentioned that, I'd like to send our condolences out to the family and friends of Sandy Capps. Lots of Arkadelphia School District employees worked with Miss Capps an art teacher at Central Primary and Peak Elementary. So our condolences and thoughts and prayers out to that family. Stuttgart 11, West Helena 6 in the third quarter. Obviously, that's one that you might think would not be a close game. Weather could be impacting that one. That one's in Helena, so they are definitely getting weather. Cedarville trailing Boonville 35-0, and then you go into 3A. So that will wrap up the Southern Bancorp halftime show. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the third quarter of action brought to you by Providence Veterinary Care. Arkadelphia 28, Nashville 6. Back to Nashville after this timeout on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
Second half action coming your way momentarily. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Cooper Dar, and we are ready for second half action. Cooper, as we heard at halftime, the interview, especially between athletic director Jason Jones and our own Chris Babb, Arkadelphia has a nice lead at 28-6. They did leave a couple of drives on the Nashville side of the 50-yard line by failing to convert on fourth down. They did get one touchdown on fourth down. But Arkadelphia, with the ball first here in the third quarter, could really turn this into a lopsided affair if they take care of the ball and move down the field and get a touchdown now.
That's right. The Badgers are going to receive the ball right here. Jay Purefoy going back. Orion Roberts also coming back. But it looks like we might be preparing for the hands team right here. That's kind of looking like they're somewhat ready for an onside kick, but also having our two guys back deep ready to receive this ball. But the offense is starting to get ready, and let's see what the offense can do in this big second half against Nashville.
I would say being ready for an onside kick is very, very wise right now. Nashville got their one touchdown on a trick play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're tried an onside kick right here. In fact, instead, they'll kick a little wobbler that will bounce out of bounds. And so Arkadelphia will have good field position to get started.
What I like is I'm looking at the sideline, and we're seeing some younger guys starting to get warmed up a little bit. Number 62, Ashton Hayes, sophomore offensive lineman, looks like he's going to be playing center later on in this game if Arkadelphia decides to keep playing the way they are.
Badgers had a nice lead at halftime, but you got to figure there was some discussion at halftime about missed opportunities too. So we'll see if they'll come out with some fire here to try to spread out this lead even more. Ouachita or Arkadelphia, I always do that once a game.
Go Tigers.
Arkadelphia, 22-point spread here at halftime. Third quarter beginning now. In motion comes Purefoy. Passing play. Here's McCoy. He throws to the sideline. That's a good pass and a catch. Ball just short of the 40-yard line. Nice play on first down.
It looks like Purefoy might be laying on the ground.
Yeah, he hit the ground with the catch, and then I think had a defender on him as well. We're going to hope that he'll bounce right back up, an important part of this team. And he does make his way far enough into the sideline. I think they'll go back to action momentarily. Just got to hope that he's all right. We know that Moody, fine running back for Arkadelphia, will not play here in the second half, but he is on the sideline. It's a gain, but a shorter gain than I may have described because they're making it just short of the 39-yard line. So we'll say you got 4, though, on the play. Second down and 6, running play. They are into the backfield. The defense trying to stop Reed. Reed makes a nice run, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, finally goes down, but he has a first down.
And that is a Welch Funeral Home first down for Reed. And that couldn't have been possible without number 59, Derek Turner. Derek Turner had a great kick-out block right there. That was a great, great block for Reed to get all those yards right there.
He's an important part of that offensive line. He's played well all year long. Here's a run to the right side. Reed cuts it upfield and makes another 5 yards, maybe 6.
Great block right there by Fairchild. I mean, this offensive line unit is crazy. They're getting a lot of yards for these running backs.
2nd and 5, pass to the flat. There's a catch by Roberts. Roberts has a first down and dives forward near the 40-yard line. I think they'll mark it at the 41 for a gain of 9. First down.
Once again, a Welch Jr. home first down. Big play for the Badgers.
Did mark it at the 42. First down and 10. The Badgers driving on the Scrapper side of the 50-yard line. Running play across the 40. On the carry for Arkadelphia was Caden Whitaker, sophomore running back. Nice run by the sophomore. He's still in the game at running back. Pass into the flat. This is Roberts this time. Roberts makes one man miss, makes another miss, still down the sideline, getting more yardage. Good play by Roberts. He breaks another tackle. He's still going. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia, on a miraculous play by Roberts.
I don't think anybody saw it.
I saw 7 defenders around Orion right there.
Part of it was blocked by the tent in front of us, so we couldn't see everything. But what you saw at home was a very determined Roberts just break free when he should have been tackled, and he scores the touchdown. Beautiful run after the catch. Molinari on for the extra point attempt. His kick is up, and as it always is, right through the uprights and good. It is Arkadelphia 35, Nashville 6. And Nashville has not had the ball yet here in the second half. We'll come your way with more action after this. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
Arkadelphia's latest touchdown, the first possession of the third quarter, a 5-play, 65-yard drive keyed by a 42-yard run for the touchdown after the catch by Roberts. I tell you what, Cooper, he's got an 80-yard touchdown reception and a 42-yard touchdown receptions, both of them on short passes that he just outran the defense or outran the tacklers or out-rustled the tacklers and got 2 touchdowns tonight.
What I love about Orion is he can run, but also he can take a couple hits and still get extra yards. And as we saw, he got a touchdown off of it. So huge play, huge game, huge night for Orion.
Kickoff return picked up at the 7-yard line, returned to the 23. They're going to blow the whistle. On the return that time for Nashville, a game return by Jamarian Conway, the senior.
We've heard him called a couple times tonight, and he's a good athlete. He's a really good athlete. They have him back there for a reason for Nashville, and just really, really good for the Scrappers.
Well, the Scrapper defense gave up a quick touchdown here to begin the third quarter. Let's see if the offense is going to have some success against the Arkadelphia defense, which has played so well tonight, giving up only 1 touchdown, and that, again, was on a drive by Nashville, but the touchdown came on a trick play. A quarterback walking away from the play and a quick snap to the tailback. And the tailback is the backup quarterback now, Jefferson, in the game. Quarterback will hand it off. Jefferson running up the middle is hit immediately. And that defensive line, the linebackers, they just gather and throw him down. He ran and kind of rolled down the field hoping to get a roughing penalty, I think, but that's not the case.
He did. Kind of fell pretty abrupt right there, and happy we didn't see any laundry out onto the field.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Scrappers. Quarterback Chambers has a good arm. We might see him throw a pass right now. He's looking down the middle of the field. No one to throw to. Now he wants to run. He escapes 2 tacklers, throws to the deep sideline. Is that caught? No, incomplete. That was almost a nice play by Chambers, but his receiver couldn't pull it in at the 50. Third down, 9 yards to go. Nashville at its own 26-yard line. The Scrappers desperately need a first down here to have a chance to come back and make this competitive before the good sportsmanship rule comes into play. Arkadelphia kind of has an eye on that right now. Back to pass. Quarterback throws a nice completion across the middle. That's a first down. Good pass and good catch. First down out to the 41-yard line. On the catch was Jamarian Conway.
He was tackled by Braden Wagner, so we're hearing him on offense and defense, just like we always do. Great play by Wagner right there.
So, Nashville fighting back now. First down on a 3rd down and long. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Scrappers have a first down running play. Nowhere to go. Just a great job at the defensive line tonight.
Skylar McClure once again leading that tackle for the Badgers.
No gain. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball still at the 42-yard line. If they're going to score, I think they're going to have to do it behind the arm of Chambers, because he's got a live arm. Really good pitcher in baseball. Quarterback here for the 2nd year. He's got 1 year left here at quarterback for Nashville. On 2nd and 10, he's going to run. The quarterback will keep it. He's going to make some nice yardage. Nice move, and he's got a first down. Arkadelphia will tackle him, but the ball gets away, and I think they're going to say it's a fumble. They do. The ball got loose before he hit the ground, and Arkadelphia has recovered another Nashville turnover.
Quintavian Morris took the ball right out of his hands. I mean, he was going down. He was being tackled, but Quintavian just ripped it right out, and he got onto the ground. Huge play by Morris, just taking the ball right out of Chambers' hands. Huge play for the Badgers, as now the offense will take over on the 39-yard line.
That was a 19-yard run, but it ended in a turnover. As you said, they just took the ball out of his hands. He kind of let loose a little bit because he was about to hit the ground, but he had not hit the ground yet when the fumble occurred. Running play by Arkadelphia, just make it out to the 40. A fight for 1 yard for Kyle Reed.
I think we just saw a flag thrown pretty late onto the field after the play.
And these are two very competitive teams. Just hope it doesn't become a little chippy down there. And they're going to call that against Nashville, and that's a major penalty. That'll move it into Nashville territory.
Whenever you just have a lot of things going against you in a football game, you just got to be able to get your composure right, and it's hard. It's hard, but you got to be able to do that to still be successful in this football game.
Nashville frustrated right now. First down and 10. Arkadelphia, that was an unsportsmanlike call. And they are taking a few notes about that because you can't get 2 of those. Officials keeping track of who was guilty of that. But it's the first one of the night. Badgers set up, pitch wide. Ooh. And that's going to be nice yardage after the catch by Reed. I think they'll call that a lateral. It was kind of a pop fly in a way, but a nice over-the-shoulder catch by Reed and a good run after the catch. So it's a positive gain up to the 40-yard line of Nashville, a pickup of 5.
Caden Whitaker coming in for Reed.
I'd like to see this, the young sophomore getting some varsity time tonight. And he will be hit immediately when he gets the ball. That time they had a bit of a run blitz in there and got in there quickly. So the sophomore had no chance that time. Loss on the play, and it's 3rd down and long. Spotted at the 43 for a loss of 3. 3rd down, 8 yards to go.
Looks like Nashville is going back to their 3-down defensive line front, 4 in the back.
McCoy is a sophomore at quarterback, so he's going to stay in. He'll fire it deep downfield. Oh, almost intercepted. Looking for Wagner, but the safety got over there to break it up. Good play defensively by Nashville that time, and coming up with the play was Rochi Riley. Did you call him Rucci or Rochi?
I called him Rucci earlier.
I'm going to go with you. Rochi doesn't sound as good.
I mean, I like the name Rucci. That's cool. That's Rucci. A cool name.
Yeah. He made a nice play. So it's 4th down. Arkadelphia will go for it. At the 44-yard line of Nashville, there's 5 yards. Nashville jumps offside.
Just got to keep your eye on the ball, and especially in a game like this, Arkadelphia is still going to be playing their football, so just got to be used to it by now here in the second half.
There's a free 5 yards, and that makes a difference. It's 4th down and 3 now instead of 4th and 8. 4th down and 3. Arkadelphia lines up. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Look for Rogers in the slot, I should say, to the left side. He'll go out for a pass. McCoy looks and finds a receiver. That's Finley, and that's a first down. Good throw, good catch.
From quarterback to receiver, and then played quarterback last week. I mean, Finley is just an all-around smart, great athlete. So, great play by Finley.
10-yard gain, first down and 10, Arkadelphia, 28-yard line. Here's a pass to the flat. Roberts just makes a miss. He's got yardage when he should have been tackled in the backfield. Good run after the catch. Roberts is putting on a show tonight. Second down coming.
I'm going to say it again. Orion Roberts is a dog. So, if you remember 2 weeks ago, that means he's a really good player. So, great job by Orion Roberts this whole night.
If you are called a dog by Cooper, you have been complimented. Here is a running play to the right side, and the sophomore is hit at the 20. That was a gain, but only a gain of one. Going to be third down and short coming. They're going to need a couple.
I see a big future for Whitaker. I mean, he is a great athlete. You can see how fast he can run. He takes the ball.
So you're saying he's a potential dog?
He is a dog, but
okay.
He's gonna become even more of a dog.
A bigger dog. Here's a run to the right side, and again he's hit by several defenders, and they're going to hold him up at the 20. So fourth down is coming, but Arkadelphia again will go for it unless they decide to kick a long field goal, but I think they're going to go for it. Substitution there at receiver, and they're going to send in Nathan Alexander in at receiver now for Arkadelphia. Badgers line up, fourth down. Want to keep this drive alive. Passing play. Quarterback in trouble, and he gets a little bit of a shoestring tackle there. Shoestring tackle, and he's going to be sacked. Defender fell on him, but no penalty for that, and so it is Scrappers taking over at their own 31-yard line. Well, that was a chance to extend the lead, but Nashville fought back nicely there as Arkadelphia was making that drive. Nobody open, and then they were able to grab the quarterback by the foot, and down went Arkadelphia's quarterback McCoy. So Nashville takes over, first down and 10 at its own 31-yard line. Chambers at quarterback, left-handed quarterback, wants to throw it on first down. He's looking deep. Now he's decided to run, and he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's what I like to see about Nashville. I mean, Nashville's just they've been a good football team for a really long time, and obviously things haven't gone their way tonight, but they're still not quitting. That last play on defense kind of just shows that about the Scrappers is they still want to be here, play football, and I think we're seeing that a little bit tonight.
Lots of threes, second and 13 for the Scrappers. Jacoby Campbell on that last tackle. And they're going to throw the ball. Oh, he wants to throw it. Now he's going to run it. The quarterback trying to get some yardage on his own. Will pick up yardage back to the original line of scrimmage and another yard or two. Third down and long coming. Spotted at the 32, so that gain of 4 makes it third down and 9 yards to go.
Chambers, a junior, he's a pretty smart player. He's made some good decisions tonight. Obviously, the score is whatever, but this is a smart quarterback.
Younger guys in on defense, including the defensive backfield for Arkadelphia. We'll see if they put some pressure on the quarterback. They're going to try to. He will escape it. Now he wants to fire it down the sideline. It is incomplete. That ball rolled away, I believe. Tried to make the catch at the Arkadelphia 40, but it's incomplete. Fourth down and 9 coming. I think still in third quarter action, almost certainly. They're going to punt the ball away, and they're going to line up for the punt. Arkadelphia would like to return this. They tried to block it a couple of times in the first quarter. It didn't get to the punter, but he had a couple of shorter punts. This is a long punt, really excellent punt. Wagner with a fair catch all the way back to the Arkadelphia 23-yard line, but the offense is back out on the field. We'll take a break. This is Arkadelphia Badger football.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Back to the action. Arkadelphia first down and 10 at its own 25. Passes. This is Roberts again. He will make the catch at the 29-yard line. Short gain, but a good pass and catch.
We've heard a lot of his name tonight. Just like I keep saying, Orion, Orion, Orion. So he's having a great game tonight.
2 touchdowns on long runs after catches and an interception tonight to set up the first score of the evening. Here's a run. This is going to be a nice run for good yardage. Here is a tough run by Kyle Reed. He'll go all the way up to the 44-yard line, first down and 10.
Looks like he might have gotten twisted up a little bit with his ankle as he's running off the field, and that will be a Welch Funeral Home first down for the Arkadelphia Badgers.
With Moody out, it's going to give the sophomore some more playing time, and here's a run by Whitaker. He's got a little bit of a hole. He'll break through. That's a nice run by the young man across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Good run, and he's only a sophomore. Caden Whitaker, a name to remember for the future.
I'm excited to be calling that name for the next couple years. So what I like to see right there is that Whitaker was following his offensive line. I mean, they're going to lead him to the promised land, so great job by Whitaker.
2nd and 2, running play again. Whitaker hit this time, but he'll fall forward. He did not make a first down, but he got positive yardage, so 3rd down and 1 coming. About the 47-yard line of Nashville. Arkadelphia on 3rd down will run it. Whitaker takes the handoff, makes a first down, dragging Scrappers up to the 43-yard line. First down.
And that's a Welch Funeral Home first down for Whitaker, the sophomore running back. Going to be hearing a lot of his name the next couple years as he is a sophomore. He's got some time under his belt. Good that he's getting some reps under in this game.
Badgers working on the clock also, though there's a flag down to stop the clock right now with 3:13 left in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what this call is going to be. Again, a penalty against the Scrappers. And they're going to have multiple changes on defense now as they've got some players that are really frustrated. They've had some good work defensively against Arkadelphia at times, but it is a lopsided score. Arkadelphia 35, Nashville 6. Late in the 3rd quarter, Arkadelphia now with a first down after the mark-off to the 27-yard line of Nashville. Arkadelphia not in a hurry. First down at 10, ball on the 27. McCoy will hand it off. Here's Whitaker. He's got some room. He breaks one tackle across the 20-yard line. He goes, and he's heating up. The sophomore looks like a really fine running back.
Really fine running back, and he's going to continue to get better and better. Just reps like these in a game are going to be huge for him.
Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1. A pass into the flat. Here's Roberts, another catch, and he'll go inside the 15 for a first down. Arkadelphia looking much better on this drive. Very efficient, good running, good passing.
And that'll be a Welch Funeral Home first down for Orion and the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. First down and 10 for Arkadelphia. Whitaker is the sophomore running back. McCoy is the sophomore quarterback.
Looks like Orion kind of got tripped up over here on the sideline, but it looks like he's standing, got his helmet off, but he's doing okay. Cramping.
He's had quite an evening, but now some of the younger guys getting into the action offensively and defensively. And Whitaker, a sophomore, has looked good at running back. He'll get another call, makes a nice cut. He'll fall forward across the 10-yard line. And a flag goes down as we just saw a Nashville player get a little upset and throw a bit of a punch at an offensive lineman. And that's going to make it closer to the goal line. It happened right in front of the official. Right in front of the official, and easy enough for us to see from the press box. That's a shame. You don't want people to get so frustrated that they lose their composure. Arkadelphia has not. Nashville frustrated with the score right now and their performance. They've had a couple of guys who have lost control. I think nobody's hurt on the play, but it was clear that it's a penalty. Official's going to talk about it.
I love that the Badgers didn't retaliate right there. That was a great job by Arkadelphia.
Hey, interesting, they did call a personal foul on that. I would have expected unsportsmanlike. Ball inside the 5, they'll mark it at the 4. It is second down after the mark-off. And they're going to run, and that might be it. The sophomore fighting, and he is not in. He's just inside the 1-yard line. First and goal from just inside the 1. Badgers looking for a touchdown now to extend this lead. This would go to the mercy rule if they get it. Tiger run, or a nice running play inside, but stopped just before he can get to the goal line is Whitaker, the big, strong sophomore running back. Only got 3 plays left, Cooper. It's second down and goal from inside the 1. Although the spot's closer to the 1, we'll say it's not inside the 1. Got an extra blocker in at tight end.
That's Jacoby Campbell.
And here is a running play. Good change of direction, fighting for the end zone. I think he's there, and he is. That's an Arkadelphia touchdown for Caden Whitaker, the sophomore.
That's a huge touchdown. And congratulations to Whitaker. That's awesome. Getting a high school touchdown. Not a lot of people can actually say they got a touchdown in a high school game.
Absolutely.
I can. I got a scoop and score. So, but never anything like that. I was never good enough to be like Whitaker. So, Whitaker, a great athlete, a dog athlete. There he is.
I've scooped before, Chris. I've never scored afterwards. Mine involved Captain Crunch. Extra point attempt coming from Molinari. Kick is up, and the kick is perfect as usual. He is such a consistent kicker. It's Arkadelphia 42 and Nashville 6. That, folks, is a 36-point lead, and that's important because now we're going to hit the good sportsmanship rule for the rest of the third quarter and for the fourth quarter as well. Arkadelphia 42, Nashville 6. This is Arkadelphia Badger football.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
12 plays, 75 yards for the Arkadelphia touchdown, and we have reached the good sportsmanship rule as Arkadelphia now has 42 to only 6 for Nashville. This is the 4th time, we get this stat from Chris. Cooper, this is the 4th time that a Trey Shucker Arkadelphia Badgers team has played Nashville. All 4 of them have been won by the good sportsmanship rule. There was a time when one would have thought that that was not possible.
I mean, growing up, I've always heard of Nashville being the powerhouse of football. That is a hard thing to do. That is a hard thing to do, and Coach Shucker has achieved it, and I'm sure we'll continue to see Coach Shucker make a lot more wins in the upcoming seasons.
Here is a high kickoff, returnable from the 11-yard line. Here is the run. Ooh, and a good tackle. Nice tackle up at the 22-yard line.
Tackled by Carson Brawley, sophomore. Great play. I mean, he dove out, got him by the legs, and got him on the ground. So great play by Brawley.
Conway on the return. Really nice tackle by the young Badger. And Arkadelphia sends its defense back out onto the field. And once again, some of the younger guys are getting action, and we're going to call their names as we go through.
Number 58, Jakari Wade. is out there. Number 40, Clark Wingfield.
We do see some veterans in the game as Quintavious Morris is still in, Malachi Hampton's still in, but they're playing some younger guys as well. Starters obviously still in for Nashville. Running backs on each side of the quarterback, and they want to run. Up the middle it goes, nowhere to go, nowhere to go. First string, second string, doesn't matter. Arkadelphia has been tough to run on up the middle tonight.
And it looks like Ethan Lewis will come into the field of play for Quintavious Morris. Get some reps. Number 32, also Jaden McKenzie, sophomore defensive back. And it looks like we might be going into the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter action coming momentarily. It is 3, 2, 1, and we're just about to hit the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter is going to go quickly as we are in the good sportsmanship rule. Arkadelphia 42 and Nashville 6. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Fourth quarter action has arrived. Arkadelphia with a commanding lead. We're into the good sportsmanship rule. It's Arkadelphia 42, Nashville 6. Nashville starting quarterback still in the ball game. He will throw to the flat, looking for a receiver. He hits him. A good pattern, good catch, and he is going to make about 8 yards on the play. Good tackle on the play for Arkadelphia by L.J. Faulkner Jr., a senior who was one of the captains tonight. Made a nice play on the receiver. Gain is 6 yards, and it becomes a 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and, between 4 and 5 for Nashville. On 3rd down, the quarterback wants to throw. He will throw deep, and he will hit his receiver, who escapes with the football and might score to the 20, to the 10. He is going to be into the end zone. Good run after the catch. Nice catch. He got away from the I'm sorry, Nashville fans who are watching. The flag is down way back at the 28-yard line. This might come back. It was a good run after the catch by Cason Morgan. There's a flag down. Let's see. Maybe that it was on Arkadelphia, maybe after the play. The officials are talking with the Nashville coaches. They are going to line up Nashville for an extra point, so that is going to result in a touchdown, as we had called originally. A big run after the catch. That was a touchdown of 73 yards. Chambers, the quarterback, made a nice throw across the middle, and a good catch was made by Morgan, and a good run after the catch. On for the extra point attempt is Alex Bryce. His kick is a line drive shot that is no good. Pulled it off to the left. So the Scrappers have 12 now. Arkadelphia 42 as we continue to observe the good sportsmanship rule, but Nashville does pick up a touchdown on a long pass play. So, Cooper, Arkadelphia not happy about giving up that long touchdown. I think the defender thought the ball had thrown over the receiver, but that receiver is 6'3", and he made the catch and then made the run for the touchdown.
That's right. Always got to make sure you finish your tackle, even if you can't really see the ball, can't really see the defender. Always make sure the guy's on the ground, but it looks like the coach is coaching him up well on the sideline. A little too well. No, I'm kidding, but coaching him up pretty well. And he will not make that mistake again, I bet. So
because of the penalty, they're going to kick off from the Arkadelphia 45-yard line, and we expect an onside kick. So let's see if Arkadelphia can retain possession here after this kick, can gain possession after the kick.
Number 54, Lance Gully, is dancing on the sideline over here. He's still enjoying life, so I like what I see over here. The guys are excited just to be playing football with the guys.
And a lot to celebrate with a big win over Nashville. It hasn't been a perfect night. There are going to be things to work on at practice next week, but it's been a good night for the Badgers. There's a high, short kickoff. Caught at the 20, returned to the 25 and out of bounds there.
Orion Roberts on that catch, being forced out of bounds by the Scrappers.
Why not? He's got 2 touchdown receptions and an interception, and maybe he was thinking, I'll just tack on a kickoff return touchdown.
Might as well.
He made it to the 27, so first down and 10 there. They have also known that he won't play that many more downs. They're going to let a lot of the younger guys play. And that's a good thing. I love this kind of a game where you're going to see the younger guys get their chance to make an impression. And Caden Whitaker has done that, the young sophomore running back. He is in the game, and he will carry the ball. Hit, though, in the backfield as Nashville is just teeing off right now on the backfield, knowing that Arkadelphia is just going to try to run the clock out. Now there's an injury, and it is Whitaker, who we think maybe just has a cramp. We're hoping so. That's going to create a break in the game, so we'll take a break also. The score is Arkadelphia 42 and Nashville 12. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
With a little help, Whitaker has made his way off the field. Arkadelphia has the ball at its own 24-yard line, second down and 13. After that loss of 3 on a running play. McCoy, the quarterback, is, of course, only a sophomore, and every bit of experience he can get is valuable, so he'll stay out there. We might see him put the ball in the air, although they are going to put Kyle Reed back in at running back. It's good to see Reed is all right. He had to be stretched out a little bit earlier, but he's back. And I imagine we might see the senior get the ball. No, instead a pass. There's a catch. Good play, a catch, and a nice little run after the catch. Out to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line, and that is a first down.
Jaden Relaford on that catch. And what I like to see right there, Bryson McCoy kind of throwing a sidearm right there. That kind of threw me off, but that was a great pass.
Third down and 2. They're going to run. That's a first down. Good running by Reed. The starting running back in, as we've had a couple of running backs go out in this game, and Reed's had a nice game. Ball up to the 40-yard line, first down and 10.
That is a Welch Funeral Home first down, and what I'm seeing on the sideline is they got the pickle jar open. I'm seeing some cramps.
The 40-yard line, running play, they're going to lose some yardage this time also. Ran to the left, and Reed had no chance. He's going to lose a few. Ball back to the 32-yard line. I'm sorry, the 37-yard line. Sorry, I was 5 off there. Second down and 13. Running play. No, he's going to pass it out to the flat. That's a nice catch. Run after the catch. Very good run. He breaks it to the 50, all the way to the 46-yard line of Nashville. Very good work by the young sophomore, Jaden Relaford.
Jaden Relaford just had one good catch right before that, and just more yards after the catch, and huge plays by Relaford right there. And that is a Welch Funeral Home first down.
And an 18-yard play run after the catch by the sophomore. Part of that in traffic. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Pass play again, looking deep down the sideline. He'll fire it over the head of his intended receiver. Just kind of ran out of time and threw that one out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Intended receiver at number 11, Nathan Alexander. Good to see him out there, and
he's seen a lot of action here in this second half.
Oh, yeah.
He'll stay in at the bottom of your screen, lining up alongside Riley Cummings. Back to pass. They'll throw it across the middle. This is Cummings at the 30. He's to the 20-yard line, to the 15. He'll make it to the 5. He'll make it in. Oh, it was taken away, and I think they're going to call that a fumble. The defender took it away, apparently just before he got to the end zone. The return includes a dribble. Then he picked it up again and was able to make it out to about the 30-yard line. Cummings is upset with himself. He got so close to the goal line before the defender took the ball away.
It looks like he got hit pretty hard and fell straight to the ground. I think that's why the whole team is surrounding what's happening. So we're hoping he's okay. He got hit really, really hard right there.
Now on the return, he lost his grip on the ball. It bounced back to him. But then I don't think he ever quite had his balance when contact was made. So we'll have to hope that he is all right on the far side. We're talking about the scrapper who came up with the football. That was an amazing run after the catch, but Cummings was holding it a little bit too loose, and the defender didn't just knock it away. He was able to come away with the ball.
Number 78, Cameron Crow, was the one who made that tackle coming back, and I mean, absolutely just it was a brick wall. We'll just say that. So huge play by Crow.
I think everybody's all right now on the far side. It looks like Nashville has gathered to send the offense back out on the field. Well, a few inches from another Arkadelphia touchdown, but it was taken away. It's a good defensive play. You know, you're being mercy ruled, and yet you don't give up. So really a good job by the defender, and we think he's okay on the far side. Officials having a long conversation. I don't think is there an official's timeout? I don't believe either team has taken this timeout. Arkadelphia sends its defense onto the field. Defense made up exclusively of younger players. None of the starters still in. Time continues to tick away, or at least it will when they go back to action, as we see 6 minutes left in the contest tonight. Well, when you are a young player who's made a great play and you lose it at the end, you have learned a lesson. I bet he holds on to the ball a little more tightly next time.
That's right. I mean, lessons are hard to be learned, but you got to learn them some way, somehow.
Pass play. They're going to look deep. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to miss the intended receiver. He got both hands on it, but couldn't quite pull it in as he was hitting the ground. On the far side of the field for Nashville was Hayden Gray. He's got good hands. He's the holder on extra points, but that time couldn't pull it in. So Nashville's still going for the home run ball, but that was not a home run. Instead, incomplete. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Glad we've been so close to the Arkadelphia fans here on the visitor side. You hear the band in the background.
I definitely feel the band, too.
Run up the middle in a game of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry. On the carry for Nashville was Kellen Jackson. It's been, you know, this is a big field. We're not hearing any reaction really from the home side since this game has not gone in favor of Nashville, but the Arkadelphia fans turned out en masse tonight. It's a very good crowd here on the visitor side. You've been able to hear them throughout the game. Running play, not much.
Chambers will keep it on the right side right there. As it was a little misdirection play, Chambers keeping it for a good gain. 4th down for the Scrappers.
4th and 1. Scrappers trying to stay alive and trying to score more points. But Arkadelphia leading it by 30 now. About 4.5 minutes left in the contest. Arkadelphia 42, Nashville 12. Quarterback again for Nashville, really fine pitcher in baseball, Carson Chambers. He's 6'2". He's got a live arm, left-hander. And he wants to run this time. He'll find an opening and make a nice run across the 50 to the 48-yard line. And once again, this is entirely younger guys in the defensive lineup for Arkadelphia. Starters have checked out. But they're getting some good experience.
Looks like we have 35 Hunter Yarber out there making some good plays. Also, number 12, Colton Plyler.
Back to pass, looking downfield. Lots of time to throw. This time he'll fire it into the dirt. I think he threw that away on purpose.
And Colton Plyler was still there just in case he did catch the ball. He was going to make that tackle.
That, of course, does not stop the clock because we're in the good sportsmanship rule. Now down under 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And the young guys don't mind letting this game continue for a while because they're getting some good playing time tonight. About the 48-yard line of Arkadelphia, 2nd down and 10. Starters in for Nashville. Under pressure, he fires it deep. The receiver made the catch. No, he's out of bounds. Out of bounds, incomplete. He did come down with the ball, but he was out of bounds.
Colton Plyler there to make the play. That was good. Forcing him out of bounds. You see him celebrating with his teammates. His teammates are excited for him. Great play.
Excellent.
What I like to see, y'all can't really see on the webcast, but you can see this Arkadelphia side. No one's left. No one has left this game.
On 3rd down and 10, quarterback talking to his offensive line, backing up, offensive line talking to each other. Now they're going to change the play again. Not much time left on the play clock. He does get the snap away, though. They're going to have a handoff. The running back was a little unsure if he was supposed to get the ball. The hesitation cost him a little bit, a gain of just a couple. It's 4th down and 8. We are under 2 minutes to play in the game. Arkadelphia 42, Nashville 12. It's a 30-point game now, but it is a good sportsmanship rule game as Nashville scored a touchdown after Arkadelphia had a 42-6 lead. Chambers at quarterback. Backs up. He wants to throw it. He'll fire it across the middle. It's incomplete. Intended receiver who went high for the ball but could not come down with it was Josh Walker. Good work by the Badgers. Arkadelphia takes over and they'll be able to run out the clock now. Just over a minute left, clock running.
Clock is running, which means now the Badger fans are starting to pack up. They kind of know the result of this game as it is happening.
I think they'll just have to snap it one time, and that's going to be it. You just love it when the young guys get to play. They're going to line up in victory formation and take this win and be 1-0 in conference play. Badgers at the line of scrimmage will go into the victory formation, and that is going to be the end of the contest. Just going to count it down now as we're down to just about 20 seconds left. They will not have to snap it again. I don't think Arkadelphia will choose to. This is a big win for Arkadelphia. We got a good post-game show coming to you. Blend Real Estate, our buddy Kerry Garnett back in San Diego, California, our sponsor for that post-game show. Want you to stay tuned. We're going to have stats from Jim Rothwell. We're going to have commentary from Chris Babb. We're going to have an opportunity to talk about a team that played very well on the road tonight and goes to 1-0 in conference play with a Mercy Rule win against a major rival in Nashville. The Arkadelphia Badgers are just fine and off to a very good start here in conference play. That is the end of the game. Two teams gathering at the 50-yard line, and the Arkadelphia crowd doing a lot of smiling right now as the team has come up with a big victory here in Nashville. This is the Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church group. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people of our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken Eve sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Show. This is Jeff Reed. Along with me is our own Cooper Dar, Chris Babb, and Jim Rothwell. We're going to bring you a lot of Arkadelphia Badger talk about how this team was able to impose the good sportsmanship rule on a chief rival in Nashville on the road. And the Arkadelphia Badgers off to an awfully good start in the conference race at 1-0. We talked about it, Cooper, before this kickoff of the game tonight about how those first 3 games, they're important. Then you've got the week off, and now the season really begins as you hit conference play and you play against a rival like Nashville, and Arkadelphia made it work tonight.
That's right. Arkadelphia really took advantage of their first 3 games playing all bigger competition. They've also won a lot of games, and Arkadelphia really tested themselves in their preseason before conference, also having a week off this past week. They really put themselves to the test. They got better from week 0 to now, and that has really shown, especially in tonight's performance.
So Arkadelphia got its starting quarterback back. McCoy did a fine job, only a sophomore. He hasn't had much experience yet, but he was back tonight after a game off and then the open week last week. Looked good, threw the ball extremely well, but he's still growing as a player. Some of the other players on offense, same thing. We've got plenty of things I would say to work on at practice this week, but the defense shut down a good scrapper team, talented quarterback, talented players on their offensive line, and yet the defense just ran right through them, put pressure on the quarterback, and ensured the fact that even if it took a little sputtering here and there on offense, the defense was going to dominate tonight, and in the long run, the offense did too.
That's right. Really both sides of the ball, even special teams, was so dominant tonight, and obviously there are so many things to work on. There's so many things they're going to get in the film room. Coach Shucker's going to get them right. Every single coach is going to get them right. As we kind of already saw on the sideline tonight, they're being coached up pretty well under the tent and on the sidelines. But defensively, I mean, stopped some really, really good players. They have a good quarterback, number 5, Carson Chambers. We talked about him all night. He's a good quarterback. He got sacked a lot tonight, which is a big kudos to the defensive line of the Badgers, but they didn't complete a lot of passes, which is a kudos to the defensive back and linebackers of the Badgers as well.
You know, before the season, I think there was a lot of talk about who the quarterback would be. If it's McCoy, is he going to be ready as a sophomore? Then you've got an awfully good backup quarterback who started the 3rd game of the season, played extremely well, and Maddox Finley, who starts at wide receiver. Then you talk about returning players like Reed at running back, like Purifoy at receiver, and of course those guys are playing very, very well. But tonight was a coming out party for Orion Roberts. What a performance.
That's right. Orion having 2 touchdowns, if I am not mistaken, and also an interception on defense and a ton of tackles on everything else. So
the interception came in just like the 3rd play of the game. It sets up an 11-yard drive for a touchdown, and then both of his touchdowns were long touchdowns, one of them 80 yards on a 1-play drive of 80 yards, the other one 42 yards for a touchdown, but both of those were plays in which he caught the ball near the line of scrimmage and dodged defenders, pushed defenders away, and then outran defenders for the touchdown.
Which is a huge thing that we actually talk about in our coaches show with Coach Shucker, the Arkadelphia coaches show. And we got to talk about Moody a couple weeks ago, but this week was the Orion Roberts show. I mean, he had 7 or 8 defenders all around him trying to get him down, and he still got to the end zone, got a touchdown. Orion Roberts had himself a game tonight.
When we talk about players of the game, I think we're going to bring up his name again in just a couple of minutes. Jim Rothwell is going to have stats for us in just a minute. We're going to have commentary also by Chris Babb in this postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate. of San Diego, California, and our buddy Kerry Garnett, the 1979 state champion quarterback who lives out there but is always a Badger. So we encourage you to come back for more of the postgame show momentarily. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
At Ludwig's Bakery, it's a family affair. It always has been, dating back to 1920 in the original Ludwig's Bakery in South Dakota. Well, we're here in Arkadelphia now in our new location downtown right off of Caddo Street. Come visit us and enjoy our authentic, freshly baked German fare. For us, it's nostalgic and a source of pride, and we want to share it with you.
Kommen Sie uns morgen früh besuchen.
That's come visit us tomorrow morning, and we can get your weekend off to a great start. Ludwig's Bakery.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, loans, certificates, and financial counseling. Patterson is also a strong supporter of the Arkadelphia School District. We provide food for students in need, have donated funds for additional security measures, and can always be counted on when a need arises for students and staff. Serving Clark County for over 67 years, we pride ourselves on providing the highest quality service to our members and our community. Join us soon. You belong here.
We are back in the postgame show. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Jim Rothwell. We'll look at stats here in just a moment. Let me first of all say, on a second play from scrimmage, Orion Roberts got an interception, returned it to the 11-yard line, and 4 plays later, Arkadelphia had scored its first touchdown. Of course, all the extra points were made by Molinari. That's just automatic at this point. What an excellent kicker. So it's 7-0 Arkadelphia. And then Arkadelphia had another chance inside the 50-yard line, but could not move the ball on 4th down. Nashville took over, could not move the ball. Arkadelphia then went one play, 80 yards and a touchdown to Roberts, who also had the interception earlier. And it was 14-0 with 4:06 left still in the first quarter. Nashville unable to move the ball. Arkadelphia had good field position, but also couldn't move the ball. And Nashville got a touchdown. Hawthorne on a trick play. Quarterback moved toward the sideline as if he was going to talk to his coach about the play, and they snapped it to the running back, who then was able to run wide and make a touchdown of 15 yards. Extra point was no good, though. The snap was bad and ball got away, so it was Arkadelphia 14-6, 11:22 left still in the second quarter. So Arkadelphia had the lead, but it was a one-possession lead at that point, and still on the next possession, Arkadelphia regained a nice lead at 21-6 on an 11-play, 73-yard drive, 30-yard touchdown pass McCoy to Wagner on 3rd down and 6. Nashville was able to make a couple of first downs but not score on its next possession. Then a couple of possessions for Arkadelphia that did not result in a score. And then Arkadelphia got another score, this time an 18-yard pass on 4th down and 4, and Arkadelphia had a nice lead at halftime of 28-6. In the third quarter, Arkadelphia got a score in its very first possession of the second half. McCoy passing to Roberts, 42-yard touchdown pass. Again, as we said, Roberts caught it near the line of scrimmage, was able to avoid defenders, push away defenders, outrun defenders, made a 42-yard touchdown run after the catch. It was a 5-play, 65-yard drive, and Arkadelphia at that point had extended its lead to 35-6. Arkadelphia then pushed it on to the mercy rule by picking up a 12-play, 75-yard drive. Whitaker, the sophomore, scored the touchdown, and Arkadelphia led it 42-6. And then after that, one more touchdown coming from Nashville late in the game as they were still playing their starters against the backups for Arkadelphia. So a healthy win for Arkadelphia at 42-12. Jim, let's hear from you about statistics. If you could give us an update on how it looks statistically for this team, especially with McCoy coming back from injury, looking good tonight.
We'll get to him. He had a phenomenal night. But the Arkadelphia defense did a great job early. Even though the score was close a bit, Arkadelphia missed some opportunities. But rushing, Nashville had 33 carries for 115 yards. Again, a couple long runs, or not real long runs, but they were able to move the ball, rushing some there again against the backups when some sportsmanship rule came into play. So 33 carries for 115 yards. They did get one TD off of that. The big Chambers ended up with 45 yards. He had several lost plays, so but he netted out to 45 positive plays. He probably had close to 75 or 80. The other running back that stood out was it would be Hawthorne. He had 8 carries for 34 yards, and then the backup quarterback Jefferson came in and did some good things. He had 7 carries for 30 yards. But those were the three. Dixon, Conway, the Badger defense shut them down there. And again, the turnovers, the interceptions, the fumbles, the penalties just really hurt Nashville. Passing, the Chambers, the quarterback, was 7 out of 20 for 113 yards, and that's 35%. Did have the 2 interceptions. Receptions, the big one came from the receiver for them, Hayden Gray, I believe, took the long pass there. A great run after the catch on that. For Arkadelphia, it's going to be hard to pick a player of the game. I know Robert stood out, had a big night reception, he ended up with 6 receptions for 148 yards, big night for him. Purefoy had a big night, 7 receptions for 65. Wagner had another big night, 4 for 70. McCoy was 24 out of 37 for 358 yards. Now, that does count the long pass where the fumble at the end, because he gets credit for the yardage on that.
Yeah, sure.
But that's 358 yards, 68%. Got more and more toward the end of the game. He was much more accurate, hitting some short passes. The receivers were catching the ball and making plays on that. 4 touchdowns, great night for him. Again, a lot of help from the receivers, though. Roberts had a great night, and then Wagner and Purefoy both had solid nights, as they always do. So that's sort of a story. Arkadelphia, limited mistakes, didn't have a lot of penalties tonight. That's something that they've been needing to work on, and they did. To me, that was sort of a difference. Nashville just had too many mistakes. Penalties, turnovers. They could never get any consistency going. Their scores came off of big plays. The long pass, the run off the trick play. There was no consistency to their offense. Arkadelphia didn't have a strong running game. We've had that in previous games. They've been able to run the ball. Tonight, they really weren't able to run the ball very much. But the big plays came through the passing game for Arkadelphia tonight.
Yeah, they really did. And I tell you what, I was proud of Arkadelphia for the fact that they did not lose their composure when Nashville showed some frustration toward the end of the game, as you might expect with the score, what it was for Nashville. They were frustrated at home in that kind of a situation. They're not accustomed to losing by the mercy rule. A couple of guys lost control, but Arkadelphia did not respond to that. Arkadelphia was able to keep their composure. That's a key thing, because that kind of thing can cause problems down the line.
Right.
If you don't have control. Arkadelphia showed a lot of self-control, I thought, late in the ball game, and that to me was important.
They really did, and as you said, that can be an issue. Game's close, and something like that happens. You don't want the frustration to come out. You need to remain calm, play through it, move on to the next play.
You started with the Arkadelphia defense. Let's go back to that for just a moment, Jim, because we saw a very large offensive line up against this defensive line of Arkadelphia, and Arkadelphia seemed to run right through them on play after play, not just when they were setting up a screen and let them in, but play after play. Those starting defensive linemen just ran through the offensive line. I was amazed at how quickly they're able to get to the quarterback.
That's true. You can tell by the number of lost yardage plays that they had, particularly with quarterback sacks or lost yardage plays by the quarterback, and the pressure that they get on. A lot of his passes, he was trying to set up and he would have to scramble, or he'd throw off his back foot. Balls were short because he's not able to throw into it, and that was coming from the Arkadelphia defensive line, putting pressure, particularly early in the game. As we saw, he ended up with 35%. That's not just because he's not a good quarterback or can pass. That was a lot of it because of the Arkadelphia defense.
Arkadelphia defense. He also was having to pass from behind when the defense was ready for that, certainly putting pressure on him, but also did a really fine job in coverage, I thought, as well.
They did. Other than that one breakdown on the long play, the secondary played extremely well.
Absolutely. Jim Rothwell on stats. Greatly appreciate your contribution as always. What a super job Jim does for us and has done for decades. We appreciate that very much. It's always great to have an accounting professor on your stats. We appreciate you, Jim. We're going to come back with final comments from Chris Babb when we come back with the last segment of our post-game show. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Law Offices of Gina White is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers. Need help in divorce and custody litigation, insurance defense, contract disputes, product liability, or other general litigation needs? Contact the Law Offices of Gina White at 870-246-6796 to see how they can help you. Located at 406 Clay Street in Arkadelphia. The Law Offices of Gina White says, "Go Badgers."
Had the pleasure of working with Gina White on the Arkadelphia School Board for a number of years, and we are glad that she is a sponsor for Arkadelphia Badgers football, as well as all of our sponsors. You've heard from them tonight. We've talked about them tonight and the great work that they do, and then the great sponsorship that they have so we can bring these games to you. Chris Babb, you are the captain of our team on these live streams, and you are also in close contact with Arkadelphia coaches, from our head coach, Trey Shucker, on down. What I've seen is a team that I think is maturing nicely. What's your evaluation?
I think so. I think obviously the coaches, you guys mentioned it, will have plenty to go over this week because Nashville is a little bit down this year. It's just what it is. They struggled. You came on the road, got a big win, but you got to put that one back and improve because Bauxite's coming to town next week.
Yeah, let's talk about Bauxite for a moment. We'll come back with players of the week for this game, but give us a hint on Bauxite because I find this fascinating. Bauxite was in the Arkadelphia Conference for a number of years. They were never able to really come across in a strong way against Arkadelphia. They struggled to win games in the conference years ago. This is a new and different Bauxite that we're about to see next week.
Absolutely. Coach Caleb Perry's been there several years now. He was there when Arkadelphia was in the Bauxite was in the conference. Marcus Wimberly, the Oklahoma commit, I believe Coach Perry's son probably be back. They lost a couple of games, but they had several starters out. And so it's a different Bauxite team, and it should be a good test for Arkadelphia next week.
Yeah, I tell you what, they are well coached, and they have more talent than we saw the last time that we saw a Bauxite football game. And Arkadelphia will be playing Bauxite at home, which is also nice because
homecoming
funny
next Friday
can
night.
Happen there at the pit in
That's
Bauxite.
Right. You can lose power.
Well, it's going to be a fascinating conference season. There are spots in the conference that look reasonably weak. There are spots that are improving, like Bauxite, and then there's the old favorites like Malvern still ahead in the conference race. But anytime you beat a Nashville team and you can mercy rule them, even if they're not as strong as they once were, they're still a team with talent, and they're playing at home, and Arkadelphia had a big turnout tonight. I feel like we could talk about offensive or defensive players of the game and talk about Roberts. He had quite a game tonight, but let's start with offense, and I'll mention his name first.
Yeah, Roberts had tremendous play, set the tone early, the long touchdown pass, had another breakaway. Obviously, you mentioned 358 yards from Bryson McCoy. Several players had big plays and key points of the game. Purifoy with 7 catches, but I could go with Roberts on that.
I think we're going to call McCoy's name plenty this year and the next two. But I tell you what, Roberts, I felt like just had a coming out party. He is going to be something to handle.
Really
the rest
did.
Of the
One
year.
of the things that would be interested to see is how Arkadelphia comes out of this game injury wise.
Yeah.
Obviously, Blake Moody didn't play. Kyle Reed was dinged up, but obviously went back in. Hoping that Caden Dickerson was mild. Also saw some different offensive linemen before they started subbing. So interested to see how the injury front is this week.
Yeah, it's going to be an important thing taking on a good team like Bauxite. So offensive player of the game, we're going to say Roberts, although we often see him playing in the secondary.
Right.
So we could talk about his interception that set up the very first touchdown for Arkadelphia on defense. But let's look at other defensive players besides Roberts who had big games tonight. I think you could name almost anybody on the defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper said Xavier Williams' name a lot. Xavier Williams was out there a whole lot, really set the tone early, so I'd kind of might throw my Xavier Williams hat in the ring.
So we're talking about 2 juniors. Roberts only a junior, and, of course, Williams, whale of a game tonight at the defensive line. He's only a junior also. It's a team with some awfully good seniors, but you build in some good sophomores and an excellent junior class, and this is a team with some real depth.
It is, and we saw that tonight, and they're going to need that depth later in the season, probably next week against Bauxite. You're going to have to be able to go deep and play and count on your backups.
All right, Chris, final comments tonight as we wrap it up. You and I have been to Nashville a few times, but to have mercy rule games here is just not something I can get used to, even though Coach Shucker has made that happen
4 for 4.
4 years in a row. It's amazing.
It is 4 for 4 for Coach Shucker against the Scrappers in sportsmanship rule fashion. A good night when you can win in the sportsmanship rule, but still know that you have several things you can clean up.
Well, I mean, the Scrappers, of course, last year they finished 8-4. So we're not talking about a bad team.
No.
We're just talking about a team that is not dominating quite like it used to be. So we can come away with a mercy rule tonight. Yeah, I think you've made a statement in 4A that you're one of the top teams.
I could go with that, and you've got to keep making that statement another week. And people have pointed to next week's game as one of those early season matchups between two teams that were believed by a lot to be at the top tier of 4A, and that's what we'll have next week at homecoming.
It'll be quite a crowd for that homecoming game. They might see a better Bauxite team than they've seen recently or in the distant past as well, but what they are going to see is a very well-tuned Arkadelphia team, especially as they work on a few things at practice this week. It was quite a night tonight. Arkadelphia with the win. Final score, Badgers 42 and Nashville 12. This is Jeff Root. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much to Jim Rothwell on stats. I want to say thank you to Coleman Callan on camera. 4th year in the business on camera, and Cooper Dar on color commentary for another great game tonight. Chris Babb is our captain. This is Jeff Root. Good night, everybody. And Abby, tell Mary Kate we'll see her tomorrow.